This is Vera Englund, Special Agent, Violent Crimes.
Well, you got yourself one juicy case here. Those two lovebirds of yours just turned a double homicide into an anti-terrorism effort.
Sorry to hear that. I guess bureaucrats messing up police work isn't just a city problem, huh? Hey, hush now. Look into my eyes. Exactly what kind of power does Town Hall have over the Nordson police? That looks like the ignition mechanism. I can see the yellow cable powering it.
Just relax a bit with your superior jurisdiction and big city jargon, okay?
Whispers of a Machine. Coming soon.
Und damit herzlich willkommen zu einer heutigen E-Play Live hier bei uns auf E-Play TV an eurem Karfreitag, denn wir spielen, wie ihr es gerade gesehen habt, Whisper of Life. Das Ganze ist am Freitag, vorgestern schon erschienen und wir werden das Ganze jetzt nämlich spielen, denn wir haben dafür exklusiv ein Review-Exemplar bekommen. Und wenn wir schon ein Review-Exemplar bekommen, dann wollen wir es natürlich auch spielen und dann machen wir das Ganze auch live, denn das Ganze ist natürlich entwickelt worden von Clifftop Games, und die freuen sich tatsächlich auch sehr, dass wir das Spiel natürlich heute spielen werden. Und es wird heute so ein bisschen pixelig, sag ich mal. Ihr seht schon an der Grafik, es ist ein Pixelspiel, es ist ein Point-and-Click-Game und damit und macht das tatsächlich auch einen heilen Spaß. Und wir wollen jetzt erstmal hier auf Deutsch stellen. Ja, das ist eine schöne Sache. Die Musik machen wir mal ein bisschen leiser. Und damit starten wir einfach mal rein in das Spiel Whispers of Life. In dem Spiel werden natürlich auch gelegentlich flackernde Bilder dargestellt, die zu Unbehagen führen können. Und Epilepsie-Leidende sollten deshalb vorsichtig sein. Ihr wisst das ja, ihr kennt das ja. Wir starten.
So, what's with the gloomy look? Left someone dear behind?
Yeah. You could say that.
Been there. So, Nordson, eh? You better buckle up. We've got some nasty weather coming in.
I heard. Sadly, caring about storms is a luxury people in my line of work are rarely afforded.
Oh, and what kind of work is that?
Special Agent, Violent Crimes. Central Bureau.
Well, shit.
So, wir sind in der Werkstatthalle in Nordsund, 20:12 Uhr. Und da kommt jemand. Oder wir.
You there. This is a restricted crime scene.
Immer mit der Ruhe. Ich bin Sozialermittlerin in England.
At ease, Constable. Special Agent Englund here.
Oh, my apologies, Agent. I was expecting someone older.
I'll take that as a compliment. Now, brief me, please.
Certainly, ma'am. The victim is Carl Oscarson, age 33, stabbed to death by an unknown assailant. He worked here as a carpenter and was found early this morning by a coworker who was sitting over there by the window.
Got it.
Okay. Also, Vera kann tatsächlich 3 verschiedene Persönlichkeitsmerkmale weiterentwickeln. Einfühlsam, selbstbewusst und analytisch. Deine Entscheidungen wirken sich tatsächlich auf alle 3 Merkmale des Verlaufs der Geschichte und deine zur Verfügung stehenden Werkzeuge aus. Weitere Weiterentwickeln des Merkmals Schwächen und die anderen beiden, trifft deine Entscheidung mit Bedacht. Das werde ich auf jeden Fall tun.
Sorry about the state of the crime scene. We're not used to this sort of thing.
Ja, ich muss kurz mal raustappen, weil hier ein Fensterchen ist, was mich gerade so ein bisschen nervt. Ich hoffe jetzt nicht, dass wir das Spiel gekillt haben. Gut, nein. Ich verstehe aber trotzdem, entspricht das nicht dem Standard. Folgendes zum Beispiel, okay. Offensichtlich hätte alles geräumt werden müssen. Ah. Ja gut, keine Sorge, das ist nichts Besonderes,
Oh,
ungewöhnlich.
don't worry about it, Constable. This looks, quite typical.
Don't hold back on my account, ma'am. I can handle criticism.
Good to hear. Now, give me a second while I examine the body.
Sure, I'll be here.
So, und deine Entscheidung hat eventuell wäre es einfühlsam verstärkt. Es wird viele weitere Gelegenheiten geben, wie tatsächlich man jetzt jedes Persönlichkeitsmerkmal auf Kosten der anderen beiden weiterentwickelt. Und das ist
So,
eine gute
is
Sache.
this where you use your X-ray vision?
My what?
Come on, you have to be aware of the rumors. How agents like you are supposed to be equipped with some kind of advanced cybernetics.
Kein Kommentar, Richtlinie für derartige Fragen. Ich würde gerne darüber reden, aber das wäre ein Regelverstoß. Sagen wir es einfach, ich bin gut in dem, was ich tue. Dabei belassen wir es.
Let's just say I'm good at what I do. We'll leave it at that.
Oh, didn't mean to overstep my boundaries. Hush, hush. Got it.
Genau. Und jetzt kommt natürlich die linke Maustaste, die um Objekte zu hinterlassen. Mit Leertaste können wir dann die Objekte anzeigen, mit denen ich interagieren kann. Und auf Inventare gehen kann ich die Gegenstände anklicken und die zum Beispiel kombinieren, durchziehen und durch Ablegen mit anderen Objekten. Okay. Drücken die Leertaste, dann sehen wir, dass wir hier noch alles machen können. Wir wollen aber mit der Leiche erstmal interagieren.
Alright, we've got multiple knife-sized stab wounds to the chest.
Okay.
I don't see a murder weapon, so I take it none was found at the scene?
That's right. All knives and sharp tools in the building have been accounted for, too.
It looks like the victim was attacked directly from the front. I don't see any major defense wounds, so this was either a surprise attack, or the victim knew the perpetrator. What about any potential suspects, Constable? Did Carl have enemies?
None as far as we know. He seemed to be well liked among the guys here, but the man who found him might know more.
There was a photo in his chest pocket.
So, rechts unten befindet sich das und das kann ich jetzt mit dem Mausklick aktivieren. Genau. Experimentiere mit ihm, um herauszufinden, wie sie funktionieren. Und im Laufe des Spiels ist halt mal so verschiedene Argumentierungen und die Weiterentwicklung der Persönlichkeit frei. So, wir
It's a
schauen
bloody
uns
photograph of Carl and a young woman. Taken fairly recently by the look of it. He's holding hands with the woman, but I can't discern her face. Too much damage to the photo. She's wearing a brass necklace. Could be relevant.
Okay.
I already examined him.
Okay. Können wir mit Ihnen nochmal kurz sprechen?
Constable,
Yes, Agent.
Okay. Ja. Während der Dialoge kannst du die Gesprächspartner Inventargegenstände zeigen. Ja, okay. Ja. Auch ein Karl, ja. Karl Olsen, genau.
do you know who the woman in this photo is?
Too hard to tell. Sorry.
Okay, er kennt's also
Okay, that's all I need for now.
nichts.
Very well, Agent.
Gut. Schauen wir uns mal hier den Arbeiter an. Genau, wir fragen ihn als erstes, was mit seinen blutverschmierten Händen ist. Das Äußere kann ja täuschen. Wenn er schuldig ist, hätte er Zeit, sich eine Lüge auszudenken, falls ich das nicht so lange zögere.
I hate to start things off like this, but your hands are bloody and a man is lying dead over there. You understand how it looks, right?
Wait, what? Yes, it's his blood, but I just got some of it on me when I turned him over.
Okay, so why were you even touching the body? You should have notified the police immediately.
I just didn't realize he was dead at first. I thought he just hurt himself or something.
Okay. Let's move on to some other questions.
Fine, I have nothing to hide.
Okay. Der Mord an Karl.
Why don't you tell me about what happened this morning?
Okay. I get up early from my morning smoke. I keep my smokes in my locker, so I came in here. I saw Carl lying in the corner. It was still kind of dark, so I thought he'd fallen and hurt himself. I ran over to him. That's when I noticed the blood, and I guess I was kind of in shock, so I tried to stop the bleeding, but then I felt how cold he was. I yelled for help. The guys came running, and then Josef, our foreman, sent someone to go get the police.
Okay. When was the last time you saw Carl alive?
Late last night, around midnight. He stayed up with us playing cards, which is unusual.
Unusual? How so?
Well, it was rare for Carl to stick around in the evenings. He usually went out by himself.
Oh. Do you know where he used to go?
No idea. He didn't talk much about that. Maybe he went to the canteen to meet some friends. Anyway, Carl seemed a bit anxious last night. He seemed distracted.
Got it. Thanks for the info.
Okay, deswegen sprechen wir jetzt nochmal mit ihm über Karl aus.
Can you tell me a little bit about Carl?
Sure. I've known him since I started working here 4 years ago. We instantly hit it off. He had a great sense of humor. He used to be so cheerful, you know? Always kidding around, always with a smile on his face. But then about a year ago, something happened. He became absent-minded and humorless. I know people can change, but this came seemingly from nowhere.
Huh. What do you think caused the shift?
No idea. Whatever it was, he wouldn't confide in me about it.
Okay. Jetzt zeige ich Ihnen nämlich nochmal das Foto.
Have a look at this picture. Do you know who the woman is?
Yeah, that's just some old girlfriend of Carl's from ages ago.
Is that so? It doesn't look that old. At least Carl looks about the same.
Guess the guy aged well. Any other questions?
Nein.
That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
Gut.
A row of personal lockers for the workers here. Not sure which one belongs to Carl.
Man weiß nicht, welches Karl Spind ist. Das ist natürlich ein Problem. Denn dazu müsste man ihn vielleicht mal
A few
fragen.
more questions, if I may.
Denn Karl Spind.
Hey, do you know which one of these lockers belongs to Carl?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Na,
That's enough questions for now.
war ja klar. War ja so klar, dass diese Antwort kommen muss. Dann schauen wir uns erstmal den Getränkeautomaten an.
Looks pre-collapse, basically a glorified corner lamp. There's a coin slot on the side with a coin stuck in it. I can probably pull it out, using some extra strength.
Okay, aber das kriegen wir leider nicht selber hin. Wir sprechen jetzt nochmal mit ihm kurz.
Constable,
Yes, Agent.
Weiß er vielleicht etwas über Karl Spind? Vielleicht.
hey, do you know which one of these lockers belongs to the victim?
I don't know. Try asking that guy over there.
Na, das habe ich schon. Der weiß es ja auch nicht.
Okay, that's all I need for now.
Okay,
Very well, Agent.
dann gehen wir erstmal zum Schlafraum. Ich denke mal da...
Hey, I'm gonna go check out the dorm. Where's Carl's bed?
Turn left and then go straight. I left the light on so it'd be easy for you to find.
Gotcha. Be right back.
Okay. Also das hier ist nicht Karls, dieses ist hier seins. Schauen wir mal.
Both beds look recently used.
Die Tasche.
Dirty laundry. Smells like machine oil.
Der Schreibtisch.
Pens and paper. Nothing out of the ordinary. I already searched that.
Kiste vielleicht.
Clean clothes and sheets. Nothing interesting.
Okay.
Huh. Odd place for a ventilation duct.
Ja, finde ich auch sehr, sehr komisch. Okay. Aber nichts weiteres hier. Natürlich schlecht. Gehen wir nämlich mal wieder zurück. Und dann erstmal zum Norden nach
Not
Hause.
yet. I think the witness knows more than he's letting on.
Der Zeuge weiß mehr. Okay. Versuchen wir es mal.
A few more questions, if I may. No, that's private. I won't show that to just anyone.
Zeig ihm einfach mal die Waffe.
No reason to show him my sidearm.
Oh. Okay.
Are you sure about this woman?
Yes, I told you, old girlfriend from before.
Not while we're talking. That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
Schauen uns die Leiche vielleicht nochmal genauer an.
I already examined him. Constable,
Yes, Agent.
Ja. Ja.
no, that's private.
Okay.
I won't show that to just anyone.
Wow. You city police have some impressive hardware.
Thanks. I don't see anything on your hip. That typical for Nordsund?
Yes, we do have an armory, but it's barely used.
Wenn man eine typische Anzahl an Gewaltverbrechen in einem kleinen Ort wie diesen berücksichtigt,
That's reasonable, given the typical rate of violent crime in a small place like this.
Up until recently, I suppose that was true.
okay. Dann natürlich jetzt hier ein bisschen mehr Freude und Spaß. Bereit ist fast.
Okay, that's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
Gut.
A row of personal lockers for the workers here. Not sure which one belongs to Carl.
Können wir das nicht einfach aufbrechen? So, wir gehen mal nach Nordsund.
Not yet. I think
Nein.
the witness knows more than he's letting on.
Okay, ja, aber...
Carl Oscarson, murdered at age 33. He had a job as a carpenter in the Nordson workshop hall.
Genau.
The reason I'm here. I need to gather as much evidence as possible and try to get some kind of lead on the killer. Maybe someone knows which locker belongs to Carl. A row of personal lockers for the work.
Weißt du, wir fragen ihn noch
A few more
einmal.
questions, if I may. Hey, do you know which one of these lockers belongs to Carl?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Do you think?
Why don't you tell me about what happened this morning?
Okay. I get up early from my morning smoke. I keep my smokes in my locker, so I came in here. I saw Carl lying in the corner. It was still kind of dark, so I thought he'd fallen and hurt himself. I ran over to him. That's when I noticed the blood, and I guess I was kind of in shock, so I tried to stop the bleeding, but then I felt how cold he was. I yelled for help. The guys came running, and then Josef, our foreman, sent someone to go get the police.
Okay. When was the last time you saw Carl alive?
Late last night, around midnight. He stayed up with us playing cards, which is unusual.
Unusual. How so?
Well, it was rare for Carl to stick around in the evenings. He usually went out by himself.
Oh. Do you know where he used to go?
No idea. He didn't talk much about that. Maybe he went to the canteen to meet some friends. Anyway, Carl seemed a bit anxious last night. He seemed distracted.
Got it. Thanks for the info.
Okay, ich denke, wir müssen vielleicht hier nochmal mit, der biometrische Analysator erfasst automatisch Ziele in der Nähe. Er ist auf jeden Fall ängstlich. Du kannst auch, Verschlusssymbol, Okay. Wir fragen ihn nochmal.
Can you tell me a little bit about Carl?
Sure. I've known him since I started working here 4 years ago. We instantly hit it off. He had a great sense of humor. He used to be so cheerful, you know? Always kidding around, always with a smile on his face. But then about a year ago, something happened. He became, absent-minded and humorless. I know people can change, but this came seemingly from nowhere.
Huh. What do you think caused this shift?
No idea. Whatever it was.
Ich überspringe das mal ein bisschen, weil da passiert wirklich nicht viel.
Hey, do you know which one of these lockers belongs to Carl?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Ah, eine Ahnung.
Really? You sure about that?
Oh, fine. It's the second one from the left.
Good.
Okay.
I'll check it out. Is there an extra key for it somewhere?
I don't think so. As far as I know, Carl had the only one.
Okay. Zweite von links.
That's enough questions for now.
Das heißt,
Okay.
wir müssen die Leichen noch mal ein bisschen durchsuchen, ne?
I already examined him.
Ich glaube nicht. Dann fragen wir ihn nochmal.
Constable,
Yes, Agent.
Schlüssel? Hast du nicht.
okay, that's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
Schauen wir uns Karls Spind an.
Locked. Doesn't look incredibly strong, though. I might be able to get it open with enough force.
Okay.
Jeez, try not to wreck the place.
No reason for alarm. I just needed to get this locker open.
Na, das war gut. So, was haben wir denn
There
drin?
was a piece of paper in one of the inner pockets.
Stück Papier. Was steht denn drauf?
The note looks like it was written by a woman. It reads, "Hi, Doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund? Kisses."
Okay.
A pair of large boots with dirt under them.
Mit Erde? Okay. Ist aber auch schon ungewöhnlich, ne? Okay. Fragen wir ihn nochmal.
A few more questions, if I may.
Hey.
Do you know who wrote this note to Carl?
Afraid not. I don't recognize the handwriting.
Okay. Bei.
Do you know who wrote this note to Carl?
Afraid not. I don't recognize the handwriting.
That's enough questions for now.
Weiß er nicht.
Okay.
Constable,
Yes, Agent.
I found this in Carl's coat. What do you make of it?
Not sure. But it's a bit strange that the person who wrote this couldn't just tell him face to face.
Maybe they didn't want to risk being seen together. Or the note's author needed to leave in a hurry.
Yeah, could be.
Okay, that's all I need for now.
Okay.
Very well, Agent.
Ich glaube, wir können jetzt nach Nordsund gehen.
Not yet. I think the witness knows more than he's letting on.
Wie viel weiß der denn noch? Okay.
A few more questions, if I may.
Also.
I don't need to use any force with him.
Achso.
No reason to show him my sidearm. Are you sure about this woman?
Yes, I told you. Old girlfriend from before.
Unaufdringlich versuche sein Gewissens.
Look, I got this job because I have great instincts, and I know that you were lying to me. Maybe you're doing it for a good reason, or to protect someone. But all I want is to catch Carl's murderer. If you had nothing to do with what happened, you need to come clean now, for both of your sakes.
I'm sorry. I gave him a promise. Well, the lady in the photo, Carl is still seeing her. Well, was, I suppose.
Why wouldn't you tell me that from the beginning?
It was a secret. Carl said they would both get in trouble if anybody knew.
Why would they get into trouble? An affair?
I didn't ask, but yeah, it could be.
All right. Tell me everything you know about this woman.
Carl said she lived somewhere north of town, but that's all I know.
Okay, I believe you.
Okay. eine geheimnisvolle Frau?
That's enough questions for now.
Ich
Okay.
denke, damit haben wir das hier. Wir fragen, das mal wieder aus, das nervt gerade ein bisschen, ihn nach dieser geheimnisvollen Frau.
Constable,
Yes, Agent.
Ich weiß
do
nicht,
you
ob
know
man das-
anything about a woman who was seeing Carl?
I'm afraid not. I didn't know Carl myself.
Okay. Das ist schon mal eine positive Sache.
Okay, that's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
Dann können wir jetzt, glaube ich, nach Nordzen gehen.
Not yet. I think there's more to find in that locker.
Ja!
A pair of large boots with dirt under them. Nothing else in there. I already searched that. Over time, the blue in my system will adapt to my psychology, resulting in new augmentations. The exact function of these abilities will vary, depending on how I think and act. It's an organic, unpredictable process, where no two agents are ever the same.
Oh, was ist das denn? Achso. Blutgruppe B. Geschätzter Todeszeitpunkt T-6 Stunden. DNS. Okay, ja. Okay. Was ist das denn da? Interessant. Echter Safran. Aha.
I could go and follow up on the saffron lead now, but I think there's more to find in the dormitory.
Verunreinigt.
Postmortem, huh? That would suggest that he likely only touched the body after death.
Okay. Okay.
A few more questions, if I may? Why don't you tell me about what happened this morning?
Okay. I get up early from my morning smoke. I keep my smokes in my locker, so I came in here. I saw Carl lying in the corner. It was still kind of dark, so I thought he'd fallen and hurt himself. I ran over to him. That's when I noticed the blood, and I guess I was kind of in shock, so I tried to stop the bleeding, but then I felt how cold he was. I yelled for help. The guys came running, and then Josef, our foreman, sent someone to go get the police.
Okay. When was the last time you saw Carl alive?
Okay.
Late last night, around midnight. He stayed up with us playing cards, which is unusual.
Unusual. How so?
Well, it was rare for Carl to stick around in the evenings. He usually went out by himself.
Oh. Do you know where he used to go?
Not exactly, but it was probably to go visit that woman he was seeing. Anyway, Carl seemed a bit anxious last night. He seemed distracted.
Got it. Thanks for the info. Do you know anything about saffron plants?
Nope. I know we grow them in Nordsen, but that's it.
Okay.
That's enough questions for now.
Quatschen mit ihm nochmal.
Constable,
Yes, Agent.
Sagt ja was
do you
von
know
Safran.
anything about saffron plants?
I know we grow them here in Nordsund, but I'm not sure exactly where. We have vegetables all over.
Not while we're talking. Not while we're talking.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I...
Very well, Agent.
Gehen wir jetzt mal in den Schlafraum und jetzt machen wir wirklich forensische Untersuchungen. Wir haben einen Stiefelabdruck und so weiter und so fort. Vielleicht haben wir ja hier was. Nö.
I already searched that.
Ja.
I've looked there already. Both beds look recently. Both bed. Huh. Odd place for a ventilation duct. I don't think extra strength helps there.
Okay.
I've looked there already.
Also hier ist nichts. Ne? Also ich habe gerade jetzt wirklich nochmal geguckt. Hier ist nichts. Nutzen?
I could go and follow up on the saffron lead now, but I think there's more to find in the dormitory.
Hab ich da was nicht entdeckt? Hab ich da was nicht entdeckt? Was ist denn da im Schlafraum, was ich dann noch nicht entdeckt habe? Ich hab doch gerade alles durchgeguckt, oder? Ich guck gerade mal. Okay. Ich lese hier gerade. Also falls wir wirklich nicht mehr weiterkommen, haben wir vor uns noch hier eine kleine Lösung, um vielleicht da ein bisschen weiterzukommen, damit das nicht irgendwie ins Stocken gerät. Aber wir können ja unser Muskelboost für diesen alten Getränkeautomat verwenden.
Got the coin.
Eine Münze.
It's an old pre-collapse coin. No one would accept it as payment today. Constable,
Yes, Agent.
I don't think he'd be interested in that. I don't need to know his opinion on... Okay, that's...
Very well, Agent.
I don't need to know his opinion. That's enough questions for now.
Also darüber weiß er auch nicht viel.
Looks pre-collapse, basically a glorified corner lamp. There's a coin slot on the side.
Okay. Also es wird ja gesagt, im Schlafraum gibt es noch was. Was gibt es denn hier im Schlafraum, was wir noch nicht untersucht haben? So. Ah, guck mal. Fingerabdrücke von Karl. Hier unten lag er auf jeden Fall. Und die Kiste hat er nicht benutzt. Mehr finden wir auch nicht. Nein. Ja.
I've looked there already. Both beds look recently used.
Okay. Okay. Stiefelabdruck hat da nichts mit zu tun. Nein. Der Klingenform. Ja, ist klar. Ja, aber nicht. Ja. Ups, da wurde ich kurz mal rausgetappt. Moment, das haben wir gleich. In wenigen Sekunden geht es dann auch. So. Komm gerade zurück ins Game. Moment. Wobei, warte. Nein. Ist hier noch irgendwas? Was wir noch nicht gescannt haben. Naja, das haben wir schon. Okay. Wir haben eigentlich alles.
A row of personal lock. Constable.
Yes, Agent.
Okay.
I see no reason to inquire further about that. Do you know anything about a woman who was seeing Carl?
I'm afraid not. I didn't know Carl myself.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
Okay. Vielleicht nach Nordsen.
I could go and follow up on the Saffron lead now, but I think there's more to find in the dormitory.
Was ist das? Upsa. Entschuldigung.
I could go and follow up on the Saffron lead now, but I think there's more to find in the
Dass es im
dormitory.
Schlafraum noch mehr zu finden gibt.
It's an old pre-collapse coin. No one would accept it as payment today.
Richtig.
My service pistol. It fires conventional projectiles using magnetic propulsion. It's loaded with 600 rounds of compressed alloy ammunition. The battery
Okay.
is the limiting factor, lasting for about 80 shots in quick succession.
Okay, gut.
Carl Oscarson, murdered at age 33.
Das haben wir schon, genau.
He had a job as a carpenter in the Nordson workshop hall.
Genau. So, und das gibt es
I
diese
wonder who this
geheimnisvolle
woman
Frau.
is and what her connection is to the murders.
Und es gibt
Maybe someone can tell me where these things are grown in Nordsund.
Genau. Aber hier soll es noch was geben.
Huh. Odd place for a ventilation duct.
Finde ich ja auch. Deswegen würde ich da gerne mit irgendwie interagieren.
I already searched that. Hi, Doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund? Kisses.
Genau. Aha. So. Wir müssen mal... Wir hängen gerade wirklich. Es tut mir wirklich leid, wenn wir jetzt gerade wirklich hier hängen, aber... Okay, okay. Ich habe ein bisschen... Okay. Das ist aber auch gerade nicht weiter. Das hilft mir jetzt auch nicht mehr weiter.
I already searched.
Okay. Ja.
I've looked there already.
Okay. Okay, wir hängen gerade. Moment. Wir haben uns wirklich alles schon angeguckt. Wir sind hier in der Position, das ist jetzt, einfühlsam und so weiter und so fort. Das kennen wir alles.
My picture of Alex. I miss him.
Ach, ja. Ist hier denn nicht noch irgendwie was? Ihr wisst, ich gucke schon... eigentlich muss es doch, warte, es muss doch eigentlich Stiefelabdruckspuren hier irgendwo geben, oder? Ne. Können wir die Kiste wegschieben?
I don't think extra strength helps there.
Okay. Wir haben ja jetzt hier, meines Wissens, haben wir jetzt ja eigentlich alles erkennt, gescannt und so weiter und so fort. Okay. Uns fehlt was. Moment. Ich sehe, ich habe hier so ein kleines Lösungsvideo auch noch vorhanden. Wo wir auch noch mal ein bisschen durchgucken können. Aber ich glaube, ich weiß, was... Also, wir haben hier noch irgendwas, hundertprozentig. Denke ich. Denn hier gibt es was wir erfinden oder sehen können. Genau, wir haben auf jeden Fall das alles gemacht. Wir haben Karls Bio untersucht, die sich einmal hier befindet. Sowie auch hier. Und natürlich auch ganz wichtig, da. Interessant.
Huh. There are a lot of prints around a panel on the air duct.
Okay. Ja.
Sure, I could try to use brute force, but I'd risk damaging what's inside.
Ja. Dann mach es doch so.
The panel is screwed on tight. I'll need some way of getting it loose. It's an old pre-collapse coin. No one would accept it as payment today.
Aber die kannst du doch dafür verwenden.
It's an old...
Wenn man ein Inventar hat, ne? Okay. Wir fragen jetzt noch mal vorne. Gehen noch mal wieder nach vorne. Ob man hier vielleicht einen Schraubenzieher hat.
Constable.
Yep.
Yes, Agent.
Die Lüftung
Hey, do you happen to know where I can get a screwdriver?
Not really. The foreman collected all of the tools and locked them up after the murder.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's all.
Very well, Agent.
Sprechen wir ihn an.
A few more questions, if I may. Hey, do you happen to know where I can get a screwdriver?
What for? Are you taking this place apart?
Not exactly. I need it to get some potential evidence.
Well, it sounds strange to me, but either way, it's not my job to do your errands.
Hallo?
I don't need to use any force with him.
Gibst du
Hey,
mir?
do you happen to know where I can get a screwdriver?
What for? Are you taking this place apart?
Not exactly. I need it to get some potential evidence.
Well, it sounds strange to me, but either way, it's not my job to do your errands.
That's enough
Du
questions
bist
for now.
blöd. Richtig
Okay.
blöd. Ich will doch nur einen Screwdriver.
I could go and follow up on the saffron lead.
Ja. Also, jetzt müssen wir hier irgendwo einen Schraubenzieher finden.
I already searched that.
Okay. Okay. Wir haben einen Tipp gefunden, ja, und jetzt heißt es einen anderen Tipp finden. Was? Moment. Ich hab da gerade was... Es geht ja doch so, wie ich es gedacht habe, irgendwie so. Genau. Ah. Ziehen, genau. Diesen Tipp, den habe ich noch vergessen.
There was a small key hidden inside the duct.
Schlüssel.
I think I'm almost done here. I should just talk to the constable before I go.
Richtig. Gut. Also, wir gehen jetzt wieder nach vorne zum Polizisten und sprechen mit ihm über diesen Schlüssel. Kannst du mir irgendwas erklären?
Hey, I think I'm done here.
Oh, okay. Mind sharing your findings?
It seems like the murder could be tied to a secret relationship Carl had with a woman. But I'm leaving all options open.
Sounds reasonable. Do you have a lead to follow up on?
Yes, I have reason to believe that Carl recently passed through an area with saffron plants somewhere in Nordsund. Maybe I can correlate that with Carl's movements to the north of town when seeing that woman.
Good. Meanwhile, we'll transport the body to the morgue and have an autopsy performed as soon as possible. Do you want us to keep the area sealed off?
No need. I'm done here and won't come back. You can let the men get back to work.
Very well. I'll let them know.
By the way, how do I get to the police station from here?
Just head straight east outside. You'll see it.
Got it. See you later.
Gut, bye. Und wir gehen jetzt. Und so sieht das Ganze hier aus. Das ist hier ein Fahrstuhl. Ein Wrack. Und hier nochmal ein Arbeiter. Gehen wir doch da mal hin.
Hey, what's happening here?
Bit of an electrical problem with some fallen power lines. It's being taken care of, but it'll be a while.
So I can't enter the museum?
Well, you can, but only if electrocution is something you enjoy during working hours.
Wie kam es denn dazu?
What caused it? Did someone mess up, or was there some kind of environmental damage?
Oh, we've had a windy week. An old tree fell down and ripped down a major power line. It's in a tricky spot, and due to how the grid is built up, I can't cut the power safely without affecting half the town.
Sounds like a flawed design. Is that typical for electrical grids these days?
Not really. This power grid is quite old, constructed shortly after the collapse. That meant they had to improvise. They couldn't just clone existing power systems at the time, since those were reliant on service robots with negligible safety concerns. So yeah, now I'm paying the price. The whole thing is riddled with hacks and workarounds, each one more dangerous than the next.
I see. I don't envy such a hazardous work environment. How long will it take you to fix?
Hard to say, but it should be done by tomorrow morning.
All right, thanks.
Jetzt, danke. Sprechen mit dem Polizisten nochmal.
Hello, Deputy. What are you guarding?
The residence of the first murder victim. The commissary told me to direct you to his office before going upstairs.
I see. I'll go find him and come back later then.
Sounds good, Agent.
Okay. Dann schauen wir uns. Zum Museum können wir nicht. Genau. Aha, aha. Schauen uns das Wrack vielleicht
Looks like an old hovercraft. I don't need to go down to the ground right now.
Okay. Dann schauen wir in den Marktplatz. Oder gehen wir zum Marktplatz.
All right, so this is the town square. That building with the emblem must be the police station.
Genau. Gehen wir da erstmal rein und schauen mal, was er uns so zu sagen hat.
I'm surprised the Bureau got their thumb out of their ass. It's not like they could find Nordson on a map.
I, for one, am grateful for their help. From what I hear, the person they sent is young, but quite capable.
Optimistic as always, eh, Kurt? I guess we'll see. Agent Anglin, we've been expecting you.
Councilwoman, I was told you'd be my bureau contact here.
That's correct. I'm Stina Ruth. And this here is Kurt Anderson, police commissary.
Welcome, Agent. Enjoy your trip to the middle of nowhere?
It was a bit bumpy, and way longer than I expected.
Yeah, that train has seen better days. You'll find your luggage in your quarters, just through the door behind me.
Thanks. I'll check it out later.
So, you were probably confused as hell when we sent you straight to a crime scene, right?
Kind of. I thought I was supposed to investigate a murder from last week.
You were, but unfortunately a second killing required your urgent attention. I assume there are some bureau procedures before I brief Agent England about the situation?
Yes. Why don't you head to your office, and I'll send this youngling on her merry way when we're done.
Very well. It was a pleasure to meet you, Agent.
Likewise. I'm a bit confused here. Who do I report to?
Only to me as overseer of this district. The local police are at your disposal since they're legally required to aid you in the investigation.
Got it. How would you like me to share my findings with you?
Face to face, in the evenings. The balcony inside the local canteen is a good place to meet.
Okay. I think I have what I need then. I'll go talk to the commissary.
Good. We'll catch up later. Oh, but I have to ask. Tell me, how was it for you?
What do you mean?
Come on, you know what I'm talking about. We've both done it.
Oh, you mean the augmentation? The nanofluid injection?
Sticking to the boring scientific terms, aren't we? Back in my time, we used to just call it taking the blue. Come on, let this old lady live a little. Tell me, how was your first kiss with the blue?
Gute Frage.
A sense of enlightenment and acute awareness washed over me. A crystal clear lucidity I had never felt before.
I remember that moment like it was yesterday. What I wouldn't give to feel like that again. No side effects, I hope? We wouldn't want you to get compromised in dangerous situations.
Not yet, but I know what to look out for. Mild hallucinations, nightmares, burning sensations in the limbs, the occasional migraine. Things like that.
Yeah, that covers the usual suspects. All right, I think you're good to go then. We shouldn't keep the commissary waiting.
Okay. Dann gehen wir einfach mal in unser Büro.
All right, Agent. Would you like me to brief you about the first murder?
Yes, please.
Maya Strand, 41 years old, the caretaker of the Nordson Museum. She was found by the janitor on the floor near the exhibits early last Wednesday. Just like Carl, she was stabbed. No witnesses, no evidence. Killer practically a ghost. No signs of a forced entry, so either the entrance was open or she let him in herself.
What about her residence? Anything out of the ordinary in there?
Nothing, as far as we could tell. But we left the place as we found it if you want to have a look. She lived upstairs from the museum.
Noted. The crime scene is no longer intact, though, correct?
Afraid so. The museum is important to Nordson, so we had the place cleaned out pretty quickly.
Ach, das ist doch blöd. Ah, gut, dann bin ich ja jetzt, da ich jetzt bin, gehe ich gleich davon aus, dass sie, ja. Sind nicht nur in der Stadt ein Problem, was? Welche Macht hat denn der Bürgermeister?
Right. But now that I'm here, I'll assume that you'll check with me before clearing out any future crime scenes.
Yeah. Can I just...
Yes, Commissary.
We're a pretty tight-knit community here, and we try to work together to overcome our problems. Just relax a bit with your superior jurisdiction and big city jargon, okay?
Oh, I'll relax when we've caught this killer. Until then, I'm gonna focus on doing my job. One more thing. I'd like to see Maya's body, if that's possible.
Of course. We brought it out of the freezer this morning. You'll find it in the morgue, over at the clinic. Dr. Persson, our physician, is awaiting your arrival.
Good. I'll head there when we're done.
Okay, da muss ich dann auch gleich auf jeden Fall hin. Das ist für den ersten Mord.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
Wobei, wir müssen natürlich
I had a few questions, Commissary.
By all means.
Erstmal über den Mord an
What do
Karl
you know
sprechen.
about the murder in the locker room over at the workshop hall?
Not much. As you know, the murder happened shortly before you arrived, so I'm leaving the matter in your capable hands.
Okay.
Do you know if saffron is grown anywhere in Nordsund?
I think so, yes. There should be someone in town with more information.
Okay. Karl auch
Did
so.
you know Carl Oscarson?
I wouldn't say so. He and my son were playmates as children, but they grew apart in their teens. Haven't talked to Carl myself for many years.
Okay.
I'm looking for a young woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
All right. What do you know about her?
All I have is a picture of her that I found on Carl, but it's damaged and her face can't be clearly seen.
Tricky. If you had any kind of personal information, like an address, you could look her up in our records. They're in the drawers behind me.
Noted. I'll get back to you about this if I learn more.
Okay.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Me? Oh, I've been doing this job for 15 years now. I took over when the previous commissary died. I'm married with 3 children. Anita, my youngest, is off studying science in the city now. We're counting the days to Christmas when she comes back to visit.
Okay.
What's your opinion on Stina Ruth?
I respect her. She's a competent politician. She gets things done, unlike some of the other people on the council. Sure, she has a temper, and she's not the most tactful person, but she calls out bullshit when she sees it. When I'm right, she has my back, and when I'm wrong, well, she won't let me revel in my sweet ignorance for long.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not at all. Museums aren't my cup of tea. I prefer to not dwell on the past.
Okay. Dann haben wir ja das schon mal
That's
so
all I
abgehakt.
needed.
Very well.
I guess Anderson has a colleague. A small local greenhouse. A typical site in Nordsund, it seems.
Okay, schauen wir uns kurz hier noch ein bisschen um.
A collection of what seems to be both fiction and books on law and social sciences. If that's all Anderson's, he's quite well read.
Okay.
Just lots of case files. The window offers a view over a street that connects to the town square.
Okay. Ja. Ach, hier ist eine Schublade. Ach.
The drawer is labeled Address Records.
Ah, okay.
These should come in handy. I'll be able to match a name to an address, or vice versa. Let's have a look. As expected, nothing new. Not a bad idea, but I'll need a name
Achso,
first.
ja.
I don't think I need to look him up. I don't think I need to look her up. Yeah, this just confirms what Anderson told me.
Okay. Sonst.
I don't need to look that up.
Gut. Lieber abhaken, bevor wir dann irgendwas vielleicht vergessen. Kann ja auch
Looks
passieren.
like a logbook. Maybe Anderson records his daily work there.
Okay. Gehen wir, glaube ich, mal zurück. Denn wir wollten ja...
There's a bottle of molding resin here. Might be useful.
Okay.
Nice big lemon. Small miracle to see it grow to that size under these conditions.
Ja, ne?
No, I'm not tired. Maybe later. I'm not that hungry.
Wir haben auch einen...
Doesn't appear to be functional. There's not even a switch or anything.
Hier mal einen Schalter. Interessant. Ob hier irgendwas zu scannen ist? Nein. Okay. Gehen wir erstmal wieder raus aus unserem kleinen, schicken Gemach. Hier dann noch ein Durchgang. So Gefängniszellen.
Unmanned. Makes sense with no people in here.
Genau. Also hier geht's dann zu den Gefangenen. So, was haben wir dann noch? Thermoskanne. Okay.
A thermos, presumably filled with coffee.
Kaffeemaschine. Kaffee machen können. So, aber Kaffee.
Damn good coffee.
Oh, eine Kaffeemaschine.
I already had some today.
Okay. Ganz wichtig.
It's a map of Nordsund. Looks like the center of the disc is hollow. Curious.
Okay. Ein Kaktus.
Low maintenance.
Aber hier... Oh, ich würde kurz nochmal zurückgehen, was da oben so rumschwirrt. Kann man nicht anklicken. Kann man auch nicht scannen. Okay. Gut. Dann gehen wir ins Krankenhaus, wie gefordert. Und schauen uns mal im Krankenhaus ein bisschen um.
Hi there.
Hello.
Thought I'd introduce myself, since I'll be coming here a lot. I'm Agent England, Central Bureau.
Oh, nice to meet you. It's a relief to have you here. We're all shook by these recent killings. Sure, the doctor's excited, but even his morbid curiosity has limits, you know. After all, we mostly treat coughs and the occasional broken limb here.
I get it. I'll do my best to help. Oh, by the way, I'm supposed to go to the morgue. Where's that?
Down the stairs on your left.
Great, thanks.
So, ja, ich denke mal, ne?
It's a map of the clinic layout.
Gehen wir mal runter, ne?
Don't worry, Maya. You'll be put to rest soon. I know. Sorry about the delay. I was needed urgently out of town. Oh, hello there. Me and this old gal have been expecting you.
Talkative, is she?
Oh, no doubt. The dead have a lot to say, you know. Sometimes more so than the living.
Is that so?
The living are fickle and prone to deceit. Once dead, we can't hide things anymore. Not from me, at least.
Ja. Da stimme ich wirklich zu. Mittlerweile müssen sich Menschen als erstes als vertrauenswürdig erweisen, bevor ich mich auf sie verlasse.
I agree. These days, people must prove themselves trustworthy before I rely on them.
Now that's an attitude I can get behind.
Now, I'd like to ask some questions.
Sure, go right ahead.
Okay. Maya
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not really, but I enjoyed listening to the occasional lecture of hers at the museum. She had quite an intellect, that woman.
So she wasn't a patient of yours?
Oh, she was, but that's all confidential, so I can't say much about it.
I understand, but anything you can share would help.
Well, during the autopsy, I noticed that she was unusually worn and feeble for her age.
Okay. And what does that tell us?
For one thing, that she would have needed help with the more physically demanding tasks of the museum.
Got it. Thanks.
Ich habe so das Gefühl, es ist entspannt. Okay.
What do you think of Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
She can be quite an unpleasant woman. I can't say I've enjoyed my few interactions with her.
What do you think of Commissary Anderson?
I think he does a fine job. He's been instrumental in making sure that I can work under such good conditions.
Yeah, this place is surprisingly well equipped. Definitely on par with our facilities in the city. Did you know Carl Oscarson?
No. When I heard he was murdered, I didn't even recognize his name. I had to check my records to realize that I've treated him. To be fair, I've had many patients. But he must have been cursed with one of those awfully forgettable faces.
All right. Anything out of the ordinary in his medical history?
Sorry. Can't go into detail. Doctor-patient confidentiality, you know?
Keep it vague, then.
Well, okay. Let me put it this way. I doubt you'd learn much from his file.
Noted. Thanks.
Okay.
I'm looking for a young woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
I can't help with that. I didn't know Carl on a personal level.
Okay.
Any theories on Carl's murder?
Not yet. I'll need to see the body first.
Ja, stimmt. Ja.
What are your conclusions about Maya's murder?
Most obvious first. The cause of death is acute blood loss due to the multiple stab wounds to the chest and stomach, 2 of which were lethal. The murder weapon is a mid-sized blade, likely a knife of some kind. There are some defense wounds on her arms, so the victim likely tried to shield herself against her assailant. I couldn't recover any biological traces of the murderer. There's no blood on her that isn't hers, or any traces of skin under her nails. This makes me suspect that the killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of death was roughly 2300 hours last Tuesday, 5 days ago today.
Okay.
Do you know where saffron is grown in Nordsund?
I'm afraid not. We have plants all over, but botany is not my area of expertise.
What can you tell me about yourself, Doctor?
Oh, me? I suppose I would qualify as a workaholic. Most of my time is spent here.
So how long have you been practicing medicine?
Must be 16 years now, I believe.
16 Jahre.
And you're the only doctor in Nordsund?
Yes. But we have good relations with the other settlements. We collaborate and pool resources when necessary.
Okay.
That's enough questions for now.
Okie dokie. Oh, one last thing. I've been told that the second body is on its way here. If you come back later today, I should be able to tell you something about it.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Versuche ich auch. Die Klingenform ist auf jeden Fall eine Übereinstimmung. Und Mayas Bio findet man sonst auch nirgendwo wieder. Okay.
I had some more things to ask.
Shoot.
Gerade wegen diesem Mord an Maya.
What are your conclusions about Maya's murder?
Most obvious first. The cause of death is acute blood loss due to the multiple stab wounds to the chest and stomach, 2 of which were lethal. The murder weapon is a mid-sized blade, likely a knife of some kind. There are some defense wounds on her arms, so the victim likely tried to shield herself against her assailant. I couldn't recover any biological traces of the murderer. There's no blood on her that isn't hers, or any traces of skin under her nails. This makes me suspect that the killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of death was roughly 2300 hours last Tuesday, 5 days ago today.
Okay, würde auf jeden Fall bestätigen, das, was unsere Analyse ergeben hat.
That's enough questions for now.
Okie dokie.
Und du
I suppose that's where the doctor writes down his autopsy reports.
wolltest mir das ja eigentlich ausdrucken, aber ein
I
Aschenbecher?
think that's for collecting the ashes after a
Ach so,
cremation.
ja. Vom Ofen her, okay.
This might be useful.
Glaube ich auch. Ich möchte jetzt nicht dran rumschnippeln, ne, aber gehen wir mal wieder hoch. Ich glaube, das war es jetzt erstmal für hier. Denn wir wollen uns natürlich den anderen Leichenplatz mal noch anschauen.
Sounds like a class is in progress.
Da wollte ich gar nicht
But what happens if you do it anyway?
Then policemen or women will come and arrest you.
Whoa. Harsh.
It's the law. We mustn't make things that can think for themselves.
But my parents created me, and I can think for myself. Did they break the law?
You make a good point, Alicia, but that's quite different.
Different how? I don't get why it's more dangerous to create a thinking machine than a thinking person.
You think too much, Allie.
No, that's good. You should always ask questions like these.
Ja, okay. Ja. So, wir gehen mal die Treppe nach oben. Flug.
All right, Maya's place. Let's see if I can find any clues in here.
So,
Some old pre-collapse gadgets, probably for the museum.
okay.
Some kind of airtight container. It's labeled nutrients.
Nährstoffe. Okay.
Looks like a hard and uncomfortable chair.
Ja.
Wouldn't risk falling asleep on the job in that one. Nice collection of mushrooms. Looks like the edible kind. It's a sketch of a museum exhibition of some kind. It's titled Path of the Pilgrim.
Pfad des Pilgers.
I have no clue what this thing does, but it looks like it could have something to do with processing samples.
Ein
A
Roboter.
trophy in the shape of a robotic arm with a plaque. Winner of the 2041 Annual Nordstrom Awards, Sebastian Strand. An old relative of Maya's. Looks like various plant samples.
Ja.
This crude bed looks regularly used.
Und hier haben wir dann auch nochmal Pflanzen.
Not sure what kind of plants those are. Maybe medicinal?
Jedenfalls kein-
Doesn't look like vegetables anyway.
So. DNS-Übereinstimmung. Das hat mich nicht anders erwartet. Fingerabdrücke ist eigentlich auch nichts Besonderes. Ja. Okay. Checken wir irgendwas hier über Karl aus? Dass der vielleicht irgendwie mal hier war? Nee. Stiefelabdruck kann auch nicht von hier stammen. Nee. Okay.
That action doesn't seem productive to me.
Okay.
A small, unique-looking key.
Ich habe ja ein paar Bilder.
That action doesn't seem productive to me.
Schade. Das hätte ja sein können. Okay. Jetzt ist hier nichts, was ich jetzt so finde, was wir wirklich brauchen. Okay.
No, I'll leave her to her job for now.
Okay. Schauen wir uns mal die anderen Räumlichkeiten an. Beispielsweise in der Kantine, was wir da so Schönes haben. Okay.
Robot? Drilling machine? Space rocket? I have no idea, honestly.
Auch erstmal nichts gefunden, größtenteils.
Looks like it's filled with different kinds of spare parts. Looks like an old filing cabinet. Not sure what it's used for.
Sprechen wir mal mit dem.
Weekend's coming up. Great, huh?
Looks like you've got a head start.
All shoes repaired, all coats patched up. That's when you call it a day. Finish your work fast and you get the best food rations. Oldest trick in the book.
I get it. Well, enjoy your time off.
Gotta rest my mind, stranger. Have a long weekend shift ahead of me.
No problem. Enjoy the rest of your time off.
Okay.
A few identical coffee cups. I think they deliver groceries through there.
Okay, gehen wir mal in den Balkon. Gibt's da was? Oh, ein rauchender Mann.
Hey, I'm Vera Englund, Special Agent.
Oh, I heard about you. I'm Rolf, the plant master of Nordsund.
A plant master? What's that?
A foreman of sorts. I oversee a team of gardeners who tend to our shared crops.
Got it. I have a few questions, if you don't mind.
Sure, go right ahead.
What do you know about the murder in the museum?
Nothing but the talk of the town. That Maya Strand was stabbed by some maniac.
Do you happen to know where saffron is grown in Nordsund?
Perhaps, perhaps. What would this gentleman have to gain from that piece of information?
Nach zu urteilen sind sie ein Gauner, aber nämlich tropische Mangelware sind,
Please, now is not the time. Don't you want justice for the 2 murder victims?
Man, here comes the guilt trip. I suppose those poor people deserved better. Now, 2 places come to mind. The greenhouses to the south, and a few crops near Mimir Road.
Mimir Road. Where's that?
North of the town square. Look for 2 large farming robots standing around.
All right, got it.
okay.
What do you know about the murder of Carl Oscarson?
Almost nothing. I just heard half an hour ago. Damn shame.
Er ist entspannt, okay.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
Not really. But like many other people, we had some contact in our work.
Okay. What was your impression of him?
Nice guy. Too nice. I'd even go so far as to call him gullible. Wouldn't be surprised if that's what got him killed.
That's so. You think he trusted the wrong person?
I'm just thinking out loud here. But yeah, it wouldn't be a shocker.
Okay.
What's your opinion on Commissary Anderson?
For a chief of police, he's all right. He's actually fair. Unlike some of his underlings.
How so? You think they're harassing you?
Abso-friggin-lutely. One little mistake, those guys start hounding you night and day.
Okay.
What do you think of Stina Ruth?
I have no idea who that is.
Okay.
Did you know Maya Strand?
A bit. She approached me a few months back about refining edible plants into a nutrient paste. I helped her plant some quality fungi for it, in exchange for a cut of the harvest. Then she got herself killed, so I guess all of that was a waste of time.
That's a morbid way of looking at it.
I guess so. I'm sorry about what happened to her, but I still gotta eat.
What do you think of Dr. Pearson?
I'm trying to stay far away from that wisecracking quack.
Quack?
You heard me. All I need in terms of medicine, I find in herbs and plants.
And Dr. Pearson doesn't take kindly to that?
He should mind his own business is all.
Do you know who these people are?
Damn, that's bloody. Looks like Carl Oscarson, but I couldn't say who the woman is.
What do you make of this?
Not sure, but about the first day I came to Nordsund, I think the police have records of when people come and go.
Ah, might be worth a follow-up. Thanks.
Okay, okay.
Any idea of what this opens?
Not a clue.
I don't need to show him that.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a woman that Carl Oscarson was involved with. Know anything about that?
No, I don't stay updated on gossip like that.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I need.
Alrighty, see you around.
Hat man das schon fast gedacht. Die
Looks a bit overgrown. Could use some trimming.
Kann man das mit dem...
That combination makes no
Schade.
Looks still and serene. Great view from up here. Old Norse runes. A local custom, perhaps? Haven't seen them in any other settlements in the area.
Okay, also wir haben das, wir haben diese Information, dass wir auf jeden Fall mal in die Polizei nochmal gehen sollten. Für diese Information mit dem Bild und dem handgeschriebenen Zettel. Bevor wir das aber machen, gehen wir mal in die Schule rein.
I don't have any business in the school.
Oh, okay.
Nice and shiny. I can even see my reflection in it.
Oha.
Looks like a small wind turbine for electricity.
Gehen wir nochmal zum Polizeirevier, denn wir haben jetzt diese Information mit dieser handschriftlichen Sache und dem Bild. Deswegen fragen wir nochmal Anderson. Vielleicht weiß er darüber etwas. Anderson, hallo. Guten Tag.
I had a few questions, Commissary.
By all means.
Bitte nur zu.
What do you think of Dr. Pearson?
Oh, he's a fine man. Sure, a bit eccentric, but a really good physician. Treated my knee way back. Good as new.
Das ist so schön. Sein Knie fast wie neu ist.
Do you know who the woman in this picture is?
No idea, sorry.
What do you make of this?
Not sure. But if you need to know when somebody came to town, I'd suggest looking in the citizens' records behind me.
Right. I might do that if I can figure out who wrote this note.
Okay.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
Also, Adressen.
I don't need to look that up.
Okay, war so klar.
I don't think I need to look him up. I don't see how that can be looked up. I don't see how that can...
Okay.
I don't see how that can be looked up.
Okay, nein.
Looks like a logbook.
Das hilft auch nicht. Das heißt, wir gehen jetzt mal zur Miriam Street, würde ich jetzt mal sagen. Weil das jetzt zuerst mal der Anhaltspunkt, den ich jetzt erstmal fassen würde im Kopf.
Alright, this is Mimir Road. Carl came through here recently. Replica of prospecting, surveying, and defense robot. Courtesy of Nordson Museum.
Oh, ein kleiner.
Replica of multi-purpose cultivation robot. Courtesy of Nordson Museum.
Okay. Kann ich hier irgendwas scannen? Nee. Okay.
I'd say those are saffron crocuses.
Safrankrokusse?
I don't see how those things work together. Not sure what those are. Doesn't look like
Tomaten und so weiter?
There are many entrances around here. I need something to go on before I'd consider going inside.
Das ist doch blöd.
There are many entrances around here. There are many entrances.
Okay. Gehen wir mal zur Nordstadt weiter. Halt, Leben.
Alright, got some clay.
Leben sollte man immer
I
mal.
don't think I need to go further north right now.
Okay. Gehen wir mal zurück. Miriam Street, das hat mir ja der gesagt. Der konnte mir, glaube ich, da aber auch nicht so ganz weiterhelfen. Was ist denn im Osten? Hier haben wir einen jungen Mann.
A need, a guilty pleasure, something frightening.
Excuse me?
Humor me. I need some inspiration for my poem.
Oh, I get it. What was it again?
A need, a guilty pleasure, something frightening.
Trust, eavesdropping, loneliness.
Thank you.
So, you have a poem for me now?
I'll need some time. Come find me later.
Ja, okay.
An anatomically correct gentleman. He's busy composing. Looks like an apartment building. I don't have... Nice, soothing sounds.
Ein klingelndes Windspiel.
Nice spot there next...
Und wieder ein Roboterladen. Es gibt viele davon.
Howdy, Pilgrim, and welcome to Walter's Bot Emporium. Novelty bionics, pet androids, robotic companions, we've got them all.
Hi there. I'm Special Agent Vera Anglin.
Ooh, here to solve the murders, right? What? Did Pop spill some oil when he lubed my joints this morning? I told you to keep my chassis clean in case of chicks.
For crying out loud, Nissa, just let the police lady ask her questions.
Oh, great. A ventriloquist act.
Oh, no, she's on to us. Fine, you caught me. The man with the blue hat is just a puppet that I'm cunningly controlling with a set of strings.
That's a gosh darn lie. I'm fully steam-powered.
Okay. So. Illegaler KI verhaften, aber hier ist definitiv keine Intelligenz. Okay,
This is inappropriate behavior, citizen. I have some questions about the recent murders.
Sure thing, officer. Just keep in mind that all of these are just harmless automatons. There's no real CPUs or nothing around here.
I'm not here to report illicit technology. I'm just interested in the killings.
All right, then shoot. Ask away.
Okay. Die Biometrieanalyse mache ich mir zur Sicherheit an. Fragen wir erstmal eine
What do you know about the murder at the museum? Maya Strand.
I don't know anything about the attack, but I worked with her from time to time. Some of my handiwork can be seen in her exhibitions.
Ah, they got some robots in there.
Yeah, I assembled them from parts I found in the junkyard. Or the bot cemetery, as I like to call it. Sometimes I feel more like an archaeologist than a mechanic.
Got it. So, do you have any idea who killed Maya?
Ooh, I got a theory.
No, Nissa, it wasn't the big war robot in the main exhibition.
Why not? That thing is huge. It could easily rip people to pieces, or buildings for that matter.
I know because I built it, Nissa. It's totally harmless.
I don't buy it, Pops. It's got red eyes. That's a telltale sign of a bot turned evil.
What I wanted to say was that Maya could be a little odd, but I have no reason to believe anyone would want to kill her.
Pop's calling others odd. Now that's a joke that requires no punchline.
Walter, try to focus on the subject matter, please.
Bleib mal bei der Sache.
Do you know about the murder of Carl Oscarson?
Oh, yeah, poor Carl. He was a friendly guy. Came here buying spare parts every now and then.
Spare parts? Like what?
All sorts. Filters, tubes, nuts and bolts, various electrical gizmos.
Any idea of what the parts were for?
Couldn't say, but I'm pretty sure whatever it was, it had fluid in it. Maybe a water filtering system, a pump, something like that.
All those parts laying around, but do I ever get a working left arm, Pops? No, you'd rather let some carpenter assemble a goddamn aquarium.
I could replace Mr. Limpy with a water gun if you prefer.
Man, soon you'll even let the kids paint a clown face on me again.
With a water gun for an arm, at least you could spray yourself clean afterwards.
So I take it you have no idea who killed Carl?
None whatsoever. Wrong place, wrong time, maybe. He didn't seem like the type of guy to make enemies, anyhow.
What's your opinion on Anderson, the police commissary?
Seems like a reasonable man to me. But then again, I tend not to be involved in, you know, crime.
Yeah, right.
Hush, boy.
What's your opinion on Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
A politician? Me and those kinds of people run in quite different circles, to say the least.
What do you think of Dr. Pearson?
Quirky guy, but he means well. Sometimes he asks me to come over and help with the kids.
Oh yeah? Help how?
Usually by playing doctor and patient with Nissa. It helps calm down the little ones.
Huh, that's clever. So, what can you tell me about yourself?
Me? Oh, well, what you see is what you get.
A crazy old fart with chronic coffee breath.
Oh, quiet, you little rascal. What I am is a tinkerer, a craftsman, a father of machines. I cherish building them. I adore putting them on display, and I especially love talking to them.
I've noticed. So how long have you been building robots?
Oh, ever since I was a boy. I grew up over at the junkyard. The place was cramped with old discarded robots. I didn't have many friends, you see. So, I decided to befriend these machines instead.
Okay, zeigen wir Ihnen doch jetzt einfach mal das Foto.
Do you recognize this young couple?
Just the man, Carl Oscarson. Can't see who his lady friend is.
Aber wer ist das? Wer ist das?
Do you know anything about a woman who is seeing Carl Oscarson?
Nope, I hardly even knew the guy.
Aber du kanntest ihn doch.
What do you make of this?
No clue. But I gotta use doofus more often. Such a funny word.
I don't need to know his opinion on that. No. I'm not gonna walk around showing people mud for no reason.
Schlammzeigen, ja, genau.
I'm off. See you later.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye, police lady.
Okay.
What did people use the crab for?
Once upon a time, this was the most popular kitchen model. This fella could take care of any food-related task. Except the handling of shellfish, obviously. Even robots have moral standards.
What does this little guy do?
Clean, like a mean machine.
He doesn't look very mean.
Looks can be deceiving. He's nothing but vicious towards stains, dust, and all of their ilk.
Okay. Ich glaube, hier ist nichts weiter. Wir gehen deshalb mal. Ciao, ciao.
He's busy composing his verse.
Okay. Er ist immer noch dabei, deshalb gehen wir mal wieder zurück. Sonst ist da ja nichts mehr. Und schauen uns mal den Südwesten an. Okay. Hier kommst du einmal rum. Aber sonst ist hier auch nichts. Muss nur zum Ortseingang gehen. Also merkt ihr, wir schweben ja eigentlich, ne? So, sind wir wirklich?
No need to go back in there.
Okay. Sie ist immer noch beschäftigt. Sie möchte
I don't need...
nicht nach unten fahren. Zum Museum kommen wir immer noch nicht. Deshalb gehen wir... Kann ich sie nochmal fragen?
No, I'll leave her to her job.
Nein, okay. Oben war, glaube ich, sonst auch nichts. Deshalb gehen wir einfach mal nochmal zur Klinik und schauen mal, was in der Klinik jetzt, ob der jetzt schon angekommen ist. Könnte ja nach oben gehen, ne? Ja, oben ist auch was. Okay.
Various medical support.
Okay, ist hier schon vorne.
Looks like no patient is admitted at the moment.
Okay.
I don't need any... An old unused bandages. Would come in handy in a pinch.
Richtig. Blaue Schachtel. Blaue Schachtel.
It's filled with cannulas. Those little needle things used to connect an IV.
Ah, okay.
I don't think I need one right now.
Okay.
A portable medical kit.
Wenn du es jetzt gerade nichts brauchst, dann kann ich es ja mal vielleicht untersuchen. Vielleicht, was hier so irgendwie ist. Also hier ist aktuell nichts. Gehen wir mal wieder raus. Kenne ich hier noch eine Tür?
Locked.
Ja, war klar. Ach, wir haben ja noch einen Schlüssel, ne?
Doesn't fit.
Schade.
An old freight elevator of some kind. Healthy looking plant.
Okay. Weiß sie vielleicht noch irgendwas?
I hope you can help the doctor finish up with the dead bodies soon. I think it's healthier for him to treat living people.
Ach, komm. Okay.
Multiple stab wounds, sizes approximately the same as the other body. I'd say the MO looks similar to the other murder.
Okay.
Technically I could, but I'm not sure of what I'm trying to do here.
Ja, ich auch nicht.
I had some more things to ask.
Shoot.
Okay.
What's your opinion on Volter, the robot maker?
Oh, he's a bundle of laughs, isn't he? Sometimes he helps me out at the clinic when I need to calm down an anxious child. Nissa, his little robot, is an amazing tool. First, the child helps me treat Nissa, and afterwards, I treat the child. Seeing the whole process in a safe and playful space makes them much more at ease.
Do you recognize this couple?
The man is clearly the second victim, Carl. As for the woman, it's too hard to tell given the damage to the photo.
What do you make of this?
The handwriting looks feminine, but I'm not sure what to make of the contents.
Okay, weiß also auch wirklich nicht mehr.
That's enough questions for now.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
One last waiting room before the final embrace with the earth.
Okay.
Appears to be a...
Okay, dann gehen wir mal wieder zur Polizei, ne? Würde ich sagen. Weil zur Schule möchte sie ja nicht, eindeutig.
I don't have any business in the
Genau.
school.
So gehen wir nochmal ins Polizeirevier. Aber wir haben hier jetzt so viele Sachen. Die ich ja denke, dass sie wichtig sind, ne? Dass sie vielleicht uns ja schon ein bisschen weiterhelfen können, vielleicht.
A small local greenhouse.
Ja, sprechen wir nochmal mit unserem Kommissar.
I had a few questions,
By all means.
What do you think of Volter, the robot maker?
He may be a little strange, that man, but he has a heart of gold. Nordson wouldn't be the same without him.
Do you know who the woman in this picture is?
No idea, sorry.
What do you make of this?
Not sure, but if you need to know when somebody came to town, I'd suggest looking in the citizens' records behind me.
Right. I might do that if I could figure out who wrote this note.
So, die Meldedaten hier.
I don't need to show him that. No.
Nein, okay.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
Und das die Meldedaten? Adressen, Fenster, Akten, Bücher. Aber Adressen sind ja nicht Meldedaten, ne?
Not a bad idea, but I'll need it.
Ja,
I don't see how that can be looked.
genau.
I don't think I need to look him up.
Deswegen hilft uns das gerade nicht so sehr weiter.
I don't see how that can be looked.
Ja, genau. So, hier waren Bücher. Hier waren
Just lots of case files. Looks like a logbook.
großes Buch.
Maybe Anderson records his daily work there.
Genau. Also. Dann hätte ich, glaube ich, alles hier uns wieder angeschaut.
I guess Anderson has a colleague.
Dass da nichts mehr ist. So. Das heißt, für mich wird es eigentlich jetzt bedeuten, weil ich jetzt eigentlich nichts mehr wüsste, was wir jetzt noch machen können.
No, I'm not tired.
Okay, sie ist noch nicht müde. Das heißt, wir sind hier auch noch komplett komplett falsch. Lass mich überlegen. Wir können ja nochmal in den Norden gehen. Ich glaube, vielleicht hat sich da ja schon was aufgetan im Norden. Beziehungsweise zur Murmel Street, was wir vielleicht wissen. Aber...
There are many entrances around here.
Ja. Und Lehm allein ist nicht das, was ausschlaggebend ist. Er hat uns doch von der Möbel Street erzählt, genau. Der weiß doch sicherlich noch ein bisschen mehr. Wenn er noch da ist, hoffe ich. Natürlich. War ja klar, dass er weg ist. Das war klar. Vielleicht war er das ja auch sogar. Das kann natürlich kann natürlich sein, ne? Wir wissen es nicht. Okay. Gehen wir nochmal zum Ortseingang.
Doesn't look like I can enter the meet.
Genau. Wir können uns den Garten mal anschauen.
Nice little garden. Surprised it gets enough sun here. Nice collection of...
Also entweder lügt jemand.
That combination makes no sense.
Oder...
Doesn't appear to have power. Just as well. I wouldn't know how to make heads or tails of it anyway.
Okay. Okay.
Some kind of airtight container. It's labeled nutrients.
Nährstoffe.
I don't see how those things work together. Not sure what kind of plants those are. I don't see how those...
Okay, passt ja nicht zusammen.
Looks like various plant samples.
Das hatten wir schon, ne? Genau. Okay. Ach, könnten wir nicht... Ich habe gerade eine Idee. Also, wir wissen ja, die beiden sind ermordet. Wir wissen, dass es in der Möbel Street etwas gibt. Wir kommen da aber in der Möbel Street nicht weiter, weil wir über ihr noch nicht genug herausgefunden haben. Deswegen gucke ich kurz mal.
Some old pre-collapse gat.
Okay. Okay.
I don't need to... Looks like an old hovercraft.
Okay.
I don't think extra strength helps there.
Okay, ja.
Doesn't look like I can enter the museum.
Ja, das war klar. Das war klar. So,
No need to go back in.
Genau. So, jetzt ist die gute Frage. Lügt jemand? Wenn ja, wer lügt? Und bei was lügt er? Das ist jetzt so ein Problem, die man sich jetzt stellen müsste. Das frage ich mich jetzt gerade. Wer lügt? Was ist da? Und so weiter und so fort. Denn wir wissen ja, dass da unten auch Personen sind. Wir haben uns die Leiche ja auf jeden Fall auch angeguckt. Und ich habe eine Information, glaube ich. Denn wenn wir nicht mehr weiterkommen, haben wir noch eine Lösung hier vor uns liegen, dass wir vielleicht nochmal zur Klinik gehen sollen. Denn da soll es vielleicht Informationen geben.
Multiple stab wounds. I had some more things.
Shoot.
Nämlich über Maya Strange.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not really, but I enjoyed listening to the occasional lecture of hers at the museum. She had quite an intellect, that woman.
So she wasn't a patient of yours?
Oh, she was, but that's all confidential, so I can't say much about it.
I understand, but anything you can share would help.
Well, during the autopsy I noticed that she was unusually worn and feeble for her age.
Okay. And what does that tell us?
For one thing, that she would have needed help with the more physically demanding tasks of the museum.
Got it. Thanks. What's your opinion on Volter, the robot maker?
Oh, he's a bundle of laughs, isn't he? Sometimes he helps me out at the clinic when I need to calm down an anxious child. Nissa, his little robot, is an amazing tool. First, the child helps me treat Nissa, and afterwards, I treat the child. Seeing the whole process in a safe and playful space makes them much more at ease.
No. I'm not gonna walk around showing people mud for no reason.
Aber das okay.
What are your conclusions about Maya's murder?
Most obvious first. The cause of death is acute blood loss due to the multiple stab wounds to the chest and stomach, 2 of which were lethal. The murder weapon is a mid-sized blade, likely a knife of some kind. There are some defense wounds on her arms, so the victim likely tried to shield herself against her assailant. I couldn't recover any biological traces of the murderer. There's no blood on her that isn't hers, or any traces of skin under her nails. This makes me suspect that the killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of death was roughly 2300 hours last Tuesday, 5 days ago today.
Ja, genau. Wissen wir noch was über...
I'm looking for a young woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
I can't help with that. I didn't know Carl on a personal level.
Wer ist denn Sven?
That's enough questions for now.
Okie dokie.
Okay, wir müssen einen Sven suchen. Ich habe gerade, Moment. Nein. Okay. Wir müssen mit einem Sven sprechen. Das kommt als nächstes. Aber welcher Sven?
There are many entrances. There are many entrances.
Ah! Guck mal, was man nicht so alles findet.
The boot prints lead up this set of stairs. I should head up and have a look.
Glaube ich auch. Gehen wir mal dahin. Das hätte ich jetzt ohne der Hilfe wirklich nicht entdeckt. Also.
Oh, this floor sure looks squeaky clean.
Hey.
It better. We spent all yesterday mopping it. Wiped all the doors, too.
Oh, just my luck.
Well, you fond of filth or something?
Nochmal zum alten Polizeikollegen aus der Stadt schon.
In this case, yes. Official police matter. Don't clean this hallway until further notice.
You don't want me to clean. That's a first, but sure.
Genau, wir haben jetzt hier wieder was, wie wir uns hier so verhalten.
Excuse me.
Hello?
Yeah?
Okay.
I'm Special Agent England, here to investigate the recent murders. I need to ask you a few questions.
Okay, I'm Sven, the caretaker of this apartment block here. What can I help you with?
So, der Mord an Karl.
Do you know anything about the recent murder of a man named Carl?
Nope. As far as I know, no Carl lives here.
What about frequent visitors?
Maybe. Haven't heard the name Carl, but then again, I don't socialize with the tenants. I might recognize the man if I saw him.
Do you know anything about the murder at the museum?
Nothing but common knowledge. I haven't been in that part of town for a while. A shame what happened to Maya, though. She always seemed like a harmless lady to me. Can't imagine who'd want to kill her.
Do you know a certain Carl Oscarson?
Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
Do you recognize this young couple?
Oh, right, that fella.
You know him?
Yeah, I remember him. Most people just ignore me, but he always says hi. Nice guy.
How often would you say he was here?
At least on a weekly basis, but I work in many other buildings too, so it's hard to say.
Got it. What can you tell me about him?
Just this one thing. He came up to me and asked about the electricity in apartment 113. He wondered if it was possible to get more power.
Odd. Did he say what for?
No. I told him to take it up with the residential office. There are strict quotas. He said he would bring it up with the tenant, a friend of his.
Okay. Do you know anything about the tenant?
Nope. Discreet, whoever it is. No idea who lives there.
Understood. Where can I find apartment 113 exactly?
It's on this floor, just around the corner.
All right, thanks. What's your opinion on Commissary Anderson?
He's all right. A diplomat, I've heard. It believes in dialogue.
Do you know anything about Councilwoman Ruth?
She doesn't mince her words, that one. Some people take an issue with that, but I think it's refreshing. I heard she used to be a Central Bureau agent. Apparently she got her position here as some kind of retirement package.
What can you tell me about Maya Strand?
We were acquaintances. I'd been helping her with repairs in the museum every now and then.
Okay. When was the last time you saw her?
A few weeks ago. I was supposed to fix a showcase for her. Odd thing, though.
Yeah?
I saw her enter the museum from afar, but when I followed her inside, I couldn't find her. So I left the building, and then she came out the same way I did, acting all surprised, saying she'd been in there the whole time.
Strange.
Oh ja, das ist wirklich strange.
Do you know Dr. Pearson?
Yeah, everybody knows Doc Pearson. Kind of bookish, but I like his sense of humor. Dark and twisted, my cup of tea.
What do you think of Walter?
Funny guy. Yeah, I see him regularly in my work, and he always finds a new way to crack me up.
What do you think of this?
Looks intentionally vague, like they didn't want the wrong person to accidentally read it.
Yeah, that's my guess too. Any idea of what it means?
Not really, sorry.
Would you happen to know where a key like this might fit?
Looks special. Some custom-built box or something, maybe?
Maybe. Thanks. Thanks. You can get back to work.
Alrighty.
Ich denke, wir schauen uns jetzt mal diese Wohnungstür an.
Nothing. Guess no one's home. Locked. Nope, no fit. Some kind of code lock. Looks disconnected.
Du, Sven.
Hey, Sven?
Yeah?
I need to get inside apartment 113. Can you help?
Sure, you can borrow this master key. Don't leave with it, though. I'll need it later.
Okay, thanks.
Ja, okay, das ist nicht das Problem.
Thanks. You can get back to work.
Alrighty.
Der mit dem Generalschlüssel. Ja, da kann man alle Wohnungen aufmachen.
Huh.
Oh, nee, ne? Oh. Warte. Okay.
Still won't open. The code lock must be blocking the door.
Shit.
I don't think that's the right place.
Okay. Also.
Here's your key back. Thanks for lending it to me.
You're welcome. Happy to help.
Okay. Bedeutet, wir kommen auf jeden Fall hier nicht rein, da wir keinen keine Kombination haben. Das ist natürlich richtig blöd. Aber was in der Nordstadt?
I don't think I need to go further.
Das heißt, wir werden jetzt mal ist verschlossen. Ach, keine Ahnung, wer das gesagt hat. Fragen wir nochmal rum. Oh. Ach, der Polizist ist wieder da. Cool. Hi.
Hello again, Constable.
Hello, Agent.
Sorry, I didn't catch your name before.
It's Gabriel Adamson, ma'am.
All right, then. I had some questions, Gabriel.
Sure. I should also let you know that Carl's body has arrived, and our coroner is waiting for you in the morgue.
Das ist gut, ja. Gut.
Noted. I'll go and have a look shortly.
Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Sicherlich, ja.
What do you know about the murder in the museum?
I was first at the scene. Poor woman. Looked like she had regained consciousness after some time and tried to crawl to the door.
Sounds horrific. I don't envy her. I've got a locked door that I need to get through. Is there a locksmith around?
We have a guy for that sort of thing, but I think he's out of town.
All right, that's too bad.
Kann ich ihn nicht fragen für...
I'm trying to find the tenant of apartment 113 at Mimir Road. Can you help?
There are address records in the commissary's office. I'd suggest that you look there.
Okay, thanks.
Ja, okay. Macht auch Sinn, ja.
What do you think of Commissary Anderson?
I have opinions about how he does things, but I keep those to myself. I respect the chain of command.
What do you think of Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
The commissary is the only one at the station who has any regular contact with her. But my impression of her is good. She seems like a straight-up woman. Speaks her mind.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not really. I knew of her, sure. Most people in Nordson do, because of her importance to the museum. I hardly ever even saw her around, though. From what I hear, she was a bit of a recluse.
What's your opinion on Dr. Pearson?
Do you mean professionally or personally?
Is there a difference?
I think he's a great doctor and coroner.
But?
Between you and me, he kind of rubs me the wrong way. All that fancy talk and those morbid jokes. It's almost like the recent deaths have cheered him up. But as I said, he does his job well.
I understand. Thanks. What do you think of Volter, the robot guy?
Oh, he's great. My little brother loves him to death.
Yeah? He's popular with the kids?
You have no idea. He's quite the entertainer with that little robot of his.
What can you tell me about yourself?
Not much to tell. I grew up here in Nordson, and all my family is here. The commissary is my uncle. He's always been the one who encouraged me to become a policeman.
So, how long have you been a cop?
8 years now.
Wow, 8? Must have started young.
Yup, started as a trainee at age 16.
I see. I found this in one of the drawers in the office.
Ah, well, feel free to use it if you think it can help the case.
Any idea of what this key could open?
Nope, but it looks small. Some kind of drawer, maybe a filing cabinet or something?
Ein
Alright,
Aktenschrank.
I'm off.
Ja, das
Good
ist
luck
schon
out there.
eine gute Idee. Also das könnte vielleicht auch schon weiterhelfen. Aber ich wüsste noch nicht, welchen Aktenschrank. Wir sollen nach den Adressen auf jeden Fall mal gucken, denn die Mieterin.
Katarina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR. Which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
Okay, wir haben den Namen.
I copied the information onto a loose page from my notebook.
Ja, sehr schön.
I don't think I need to look him up.
Glaube ich auch. So.
Katarina Berg.
Okay.
I had a few questions, Commissary.
By all means.
No, this note is just a reminder to myself. I don't need to show it to anyone.
Okay.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
Sorry, I'm bad with names.
Ja.
What do you think of Gabriel?
My nephew is a fine officer. He's a law and order kind of person. Stern, but fair.
Oh, law enforcement runs in the family.
I wish, but so far, Gabriel and I are the only ones. I've been trying to get my son to join the force for years. All he cares about is girls and fishing. Suppose it could be worse. At least he brings home a fresh trout every now and then.
Okay.
I've got a locked door that I need to get through.
There is, but he's out of town until tomorrow. Can it wait?
Not really. I'll figure something out.
Okay. Es gibt einen Schlüssel
That's all I
in die
needed.
Stadt, aber
Very
der
well.
ist dann leider nicht mehr da. Also, wir gehen jetzt zurück ins Krankenhaus und da ist jetzt natürlich die Leiche angekommen. Von dem ersten, also von dem zweiten Mord. Und schauen wir mal, was wir da jetzt so herausfinden noch. Wir wissen ja schon vieles über die zweite Leiche, aber vielleicht wissen wir was Neues. Nämlich von Karl.
I already examined the body at the crime scene. Nothing new comes to mind.
Wirklich? Wir schauen sie nochmal an. Als Bio ist natürlich ganz eindeutig klar. Mit dem stimmt es natürlich auch hundertprozentig überein. Stiefelabdruck haben sie beide nicht. Bio hat er auch nicht. Und er ist verstorben. Jetzt sind es T-8 Stunden.
I had some more things to ask.
Shoot.
Okay.
What are your conclusions about Carl's murder?
Just like the previous case, the cause of death is blood loss due to sharp force trauma to the upper body. The murder weapon looks similar to the one used on the previous victim. The victim has a bruised chest, likely from the impact of a hard fall to the floor. And this makes me believe that Carl was attacked from the front and fell to the ground, twisting as he fell. The killer then continued this brutal onslaught from behind to finish the job. Contrary to the previous case, I couldn't find any defense wounds on the victim. The killer would have to be both strong and fast to overpower Carl like that before he could react and call for help. It's certainly not impossible, but I think it's unlikely that a woman could pull that off without considerable training. This leads me to believe that the person we are looking for is likely an adult male in good physical shape. The time of death was sometime late last night, around 10 to 12 hours ago.
All right. Now that you've seen both bodies, do you have a theory?
I think it's very likely that a single perpetrator is responsible for both killings. The MO is the same, and the murder weapons share close similarities. Both murders were premeditated. the killer came well prepared with the clear goal of killing each victim. The lack of struggle during the second attack could be an indication that the murderer learned from their mistakes during the first assault.
Okay, thanks for your input.
Think nothing of it. Happy to help.
Okay.
What are your conclusions about Maya's murder?
Most obvious first. The cause of death is acute blood loss due to the multiple stab wounds to the chest and stomach, 2 of which were lethal. The murder weapon is a mid-sized blade, likely a knife of some kind. There are some defense wounds on her arms, so the victim likely tried to shield herself against her assailant. What else? Oh, yeah. I couldn't recover any biological traces of the murderer. There's no blood on her that isn't hers, or any traces of skin under her nails. This makes me suspect that the killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of death was roughly 2300 hours last Tuesday, 5 days ago today.
What are your conclusions?
Not
now. Not now.
Ach, Entschuldigung, ich habe falsch geklickt. Ach, wie blöd.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't resist the time of...
Ja. So, ich war schon
So there's this locked door that I'm trying to get through.
Unless this door needs medical attention, I'd suggest asking someone else.
Okay, schade. Hätte sein können.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
I don't recognize that name. No.
What do you think of Gabriel?
Your average policeman. I have no strong opinion about him, one way or the other.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
That's enough questions for now.
Okie dokie.
Okay, wir wissen, dass es muss eine starke Person gewesen sein. Eigentlich männlich. Deutet für mich hin.
I hope you...
Deutet für mich so ein bisschen hin, dass es kann auch eine starke Frau gewesen sein. Man weiß es nicht so ganz. Ich suche jetzt nochmal alles ab.
I don't have any business in the school.
Vielleicht haben wir jetzt noch irgendwas. Die Gäste sind aber auch nicht. Der Balkon ist wahrscheinlich wieder leer. Ja. Der hat auch nichts hinterlassen, das ist das Problem. Sicherlich, ich guck noch mal. Nee. Weil er hat ja eigentlich geraucht, deswegen, das ist ja das, ne, also, und wenn er raucht, dann muss ja irgendwie was übrig bleiben, Asche oder eine Stummel aufgegessen, wer weiß, ne? So, Stromleitung ist auf jeden Fall noch nicht fertig, da brauche ich gar nicht zu gucken. Wir schauen mal zum Plattformrand, der wird sicherlich aber auch nicht sein. Genau. Können ja mal am Ortseingang gucken, aber ich glaube, ja, es hat sich noch nicht verändert. Aber dann kann man sicherlich immer noch nichts sagen. Es dauert halt ein paar Stunden.
No,
ne? Ja, genau. Oben ist nichts. Das haben wir auch schon geguckt. Okay. Dann gehen wir. Das Einkaufsviertel. Vielleicht haben wir da noch was. Er ist noch am Schreiben. Vielleicht im Roboterladen, was er sofort da.
Hi again.
Hey there.
Do you know who Katerina Berg is?
Katerina Berg. Katerina Berg. Nope, not ringing any bells.
Okay.
What's your opinion on Gabriel, the policeman?
He's an asshole. That's what.
Nissa thinks that guy is robophobic. Don't ask.
Do you know anything about electronic door locks?
Why do you ask? If anything happened, that wasn't me.
Subtle, Pops. Don't read too much into it. People have a tendency to accuse him of things.
Relax, I just need to get a door open. I was wondering if you had any ideas.
Mayhaps. What kind of lock is it?
It has one of those keypad things, and I think the code has 3 digits.
Can't you just push the buttons 999 times?
She's a human, Nissa. That sort of activity is not as stimulating for her as it would be for you.
Genau.
Ooh, you know what I'm thinking?
No, no. No way. You'll ruin something. Or worse.
Please, Pops, I could be her sidekick. She and I could solve mysteries together.
Walter, sometimes you take this ventriloquism skit a bit too far.
Pops could rig my arm. My good arm, that is. Unlike Mr. Limpy here on my left.
Let's not get into that, Nissa.
To push those buttons super fast and brute force the code.
I think I'll take my chances by myself, thanks.
Oh well, can't win them all.
Schade. Schade. Okay. Schade. Das hätte ich gerne mitgenommen.
I'm off. See you later.
Take care.
Bye-bye, police lady.
Ich würde den ja eigentlich...
Cute little robot.
Würde ich eigentlich mitnehmen, ne? Dass er Buch vorne und dann an diesen Tasten da rumdrückt. Das wäre eine gute Idee. Eine wirklich gute Idee. 523. Das könnte vielleicht eine Code sein, ne? Schauen wir mal.
That's not the right end.
Okay, ja, gehen wir dahin. Jetzt sehe ich auch nichts. Gucken wir mal. Ne, probieren wir mal aus. 523. Nein. Das wäre ja zu einfach, ne? Das wäre ja wirklich zu einfach. Sven.
Hey, Sven.
Yeah?
Hey, I used the master key and some kind of electronic code lock on the side lit up.
That's weird. Those pre-collapse gizmos are supposed to be disconnected. Surprised they even work.
Wait, so the occupant turned it on without telling you?
I guess so, yeah. They must have some technical expertise. I don't even know how those things work myself.
Can't you force it open? Disconnect it, use an override code or something?
No way. Those things go way over my head. I'd say your best bet is cracking the code.
What's your opinion on Gabriel?
Seems to take his job seriously. A bit on the strict side, maybe. But hey, a cop's gotta be tough. Now, I myself never had a run-in with the law, so that's pure speculation on my part.
Do you know...
Nope.
Do you know who Katerina Berg is?
Sounds familiar. That could be someone who lives here, but I'm not sure.
Schade.
Thanks. You can get back to work.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Ich probiere mal 112, 114. Das könnte ich jetzt... 112 hatte ich schon, ne? Ja.
Katerina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR. Which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
256, nein, auch nicht.
Katerina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR. Which means...
580? Ach nee, wir haben keine 0. Oh. geht auch nicht. Okay, jetzt auch wirklich 0. Okay. Ich könnte jetzt in die Lösung reingucken. Ich probier's nochmal. Moment.
Hi again.
Hey there.
Do you know anything about electronic door locks?
Why do you ask?
Subtle, Pop. Don't read too much into it. People have a tendency to...
Relax, I just need to get a door open. I was wondering if you had any ideas.
Mayhaps. What kind of lock is it?
It has one of those keypad things, and I think the code has 3 digits.
Can't you just push the buttons 999 times?
She's a human, Nissa. That sort of activity is not as stimulating for her as it would be for you.
Ooh, you know what I'm thinking?
No way. You'll ruin something, or worse.
Please, Pops, I could be her sidekick. She and I could solve mysteries together.
Walter, sometimes you take this ventriloquism skit a bit too far.
Pops could rig my arm. My good arm, that is. Unlike Mr. Limpy here on my left.
Let's not get into that, Nissa.
To push those buttons super fast and brute force the code.
I think I'll take my chances by myself, thanks.
Oh well, can't win them all.
No, this no. Okay. I'm off. See you later.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye, police lady.
Okay.
Guess that belongs with the head up front. What's up?
What do you mean? You think it's too big?
The robot head on the table, that is.
Oh, yeah. It keeps coming off. I'll fix it eventually.
Okay. Muss ein bisschen Leben dafür haben für den Roboterkopf.
That combination.
Damit du ihn auch rankleben kannst. Nein. BNC 523, hier hast du eine 5. Victory Robots.
Probably for opening the cells. I don't need to mess with that.
Schade.
Empty.
Ja klar, wäre ja logisch, ne? Wenn sie leer sind, ne? Okay. Ich spreche nochmal mit denen hier.
Hello again, Gabriel.
Hey there. Can I be of assistance?
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
Doesn't sound familiar, no.
I found this in Carl's coat. What do you make of it?
Not sure. But it's a bit strange that the person who wrote this couldn't just tell him face to face.
Maybe they didn't want to risk being seen together. Or the note's author needed to leave in a hurry.
Yeah, could be.
Okay.
Alright, I'm off.
Good luck out there.
Ich war gar nicht so falsch. Denn das Ganze macht natürlich ein bisschen Sinn. Katharina Burke. Denn wir wissen ja, dieses
Hi,
hier...
Doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund? Kisses.
Flipped? Und mit
Katharina
diesem hier?
Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordsund on May 13th, 80 AR. Which means she's been in Nordsund for 2 years.
So, wir haben ja vorhin 13.5 probiert. 5.13. Ah. Ja. Und oh no, es ist tatsächlich ein Fingerprint. Und mit dem Fingerprint kann man
Nice and
natürlich...
thick. I can easily shape it with... Hey, Sven.
Yeah?
Hey, I used the master key and some kind of electronic code lock on the side lit up.
That's weird. Those pre-collapse gizmos are supposed to be disconnected. Surprised they even work.
Wait, so the occupant turned it on without telling you?
I guess so, yeah. They must have some technical expertise. I don't even know how those things work myself.
Can't you force it open? Disconnect it, use an override code or something?
No way. Those things go way over my head. I'd say your best bet is cracking the code.
Thanks. You can get back to work.
Alrighty.
Weil wir haben ja gesehen, als wir den Code eingegeben haben, also wir haben ja verschiedene Möglichkeiten ausprobiert. Wir haben 13.5 ausprobiert. Geht natürlich nicht. 5.13 geht auch nicht, denn Fingerprint. Fingerprint bedeutet jetzt rennen wir wieder wieder ins Krankenhaus. Weil ich lese das ja wirklich gerade nach. Denn Dr. Patterson denn wir brauchen jetzt von ihr
I had some more things to ask.
Shoot.
Do you know who Katharina Berg is?
I don't recognize that.
Would you say this clay could be used to create a mold of, say, a finger?
I'd say your clay is suitable for that purpose, yes.
Okay.
That's enough questions for now.
Wir würden dann
Okidoki.
von Karl.
Hey, what's that?
I just need a quick mold of one of his fingers. Thought I'd use this clay here.
I suppose that's fine.
Denn jetzt haben wir einen Fingerabdruck, Lebenabdruck. Damit gehen wir mal zurück zu dem Fingerabdruckscanner.
A clay mold of Carl's finger. I should be able to create a replica of his finger inside, using some kind of castable substance.
Nein. Scheiße, hab was vergessen.
That action doesn't seem productive to me.
Nein. Also, wir haben ja jetzt Fingerabdruck und einen normalen Finger könnten wir uns vielleicht ja auch noch holen. Okay.
No point. I already made a mold of his finger.
Ah, nee. Ah. Okay, wir müssen jetzt natürlich,
I'll wash my hands when I go to bed. I don't see how those things work together.
Ich muss daraus jetzt natürlich Fingerabdruck machen, ne? Ist euch das bewusst? Ja, ne? Okay, Fingerabdruck ist ja eigentlich immer nicht so schwer. Wir haben ja jetzt diesen Hauptabdruck und mit diesem Hauptabdruck müssten wir jetzt ja eine Form herstellen. Richtig? Ja. Ich überlege gerade. Moment.
I had some more things to ask.
Shoot.
No. I'm not gonna walk around showing people mud for no reason.
Ah.
Ever use something like this?
I haven't, no.
Think it could be used to create a replica of a body part?
A small one, sure. If you have the mold for it.
That's enough questions for now.
Macht doch Sinn.
Okie dokie.
Macht doch Sinn. Den Gießharz mit dem verwenden.
Alright, this should work. I'll go and add some water.
Und dann...
Okay, hopefully this can fool the scanner. I got rid of the clay mold. No more use for it.
So, jetzt haben wir einen Abdruck. Eine Nachbildung eines Abdruckes. Und eigentlich reicht das ja auch schon. Denn wir brauchen ja nur einen Abdruck davon. Und wir hätten gar nicht zurücklaufen müssen. Denn wir hatten ja das Harz gehabt, ne? Auch, dass man darauf nicht kommt, ne? Sofort, das ist immer ganz schlimm. Also mit dem Fingerabdruck. Und dann Harz reinfüllen. Oh, so. Ob das klappt? Schauen wir mal.
I need to figure out the code first.
Okay. 513.
A molded replica of Carl's finger.
Hä? Wieso? Wir haben doch diese Information.
Hi, Doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund? Kisses.
Oh. Ich hab was
A
falsch
molded
gemacht.
replica of Carl's finger.
Ich hab was falsch gemacht. Endlich! Wir kommen rein. Okay. That's not normal.
How on earth did they manage to assemble all of this undetected? This is highly illegal. I'll have to report it as soon as I finish the murder investigation.
Okay. Das ist die Wiege. Ein Brief.
There's a letter here. Hey, Kata. Or should I use your new alias? It's pretty ironic, since you're the least prudent person I know. JK. Anyhow, I'm sitting here alone, and it all feels so surreal. It's hard to believe that it won't be long now before we can let her out. She's ours, but not really. She truly belongs to the world. Bigger than the both of us, greater than the sum of our parts. Yeah, I can hear you saying, enough with the melancholy, Carl. We're so close now, we should be ecstatic. Anyway, I'm leaving this letter because I'm going away for a couple of weeks. My father passed away. I just got word and, well, I need to deal with things in the village. I'll be okay. We'll talk as soon as I get back. Love, Carl. The letter is dated about a month ago.
Okay.
Big enough for 2 people. Recently used.
Okay. So, was das hier ist alles?
Some kind of large tank. Looks like it opens. I wonder what's inside. Some kind of...
Ja, dann mach doch auf.
Sure, I could try to open the tank with brute force.
Okay.
There's a valve on this pipe here, labeled O2. Not sure what to do with it. Some kind of live output of technical information. I can't make sense of it. Oh, just my luck. Like getting in here wasn't hard enough. I need more to go on before I can try guessing the password. Odd-looking thing. No idea what it's for.
Okay. Klingform wollte ich jetzt hier nicht. Genau, es ist auf jeden Fall Karl. Der hier auf jeden Fall war. Und der hat sicherlich auch hier geschlafen. Nur halt einen Decknamen verwendet. Okay.
Hey, Sven?
Yeah?
Okay, nein.
Thanks. You can get back to work.
Alrighty.
Okay, wir haben da was entdeckt. Wir brauchen aber noch einen Code. Diesen Code haben wir nicht. In der Nordstadt.
I don't think I need to...
Genau. Gehen wir zurück zur Police. Sprich mit Anderson darüber.
I had a few questions, Commissary.
By all means.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
Okay. Wir haben da was gefunden. Und... Okay. Also wir haben da nichts Großes jetzt gefunden, was wir jetzt wirklich brauchen. Jetzt nicht so richtig, was ich jetzt finde.
Oddly dense cluster of prints on the corner of this panel here.
Glaube ich auch. Das schaue ich mir doch mal bitte an, was das da ist.
A hidden safe. Locked,
safe.
unfortunately, but there's the keyhole.
Aber wir haben doch einen Schlüssel. Wir haben einen Schlüssel.
It's a fit. Huh. Since this key was hidden by Carl, it looks like we have a clear connection between the two victims.
Genau.
Let's have a look. A few bags of rare seeds, a bar of platinum, some coins, and a book. The book looks important. I'll take it. Maya must have hidden it here for a good reason.
So,
The title is The Conduit Codex. Now, wait a minute. This can't be the conduit, can it? Those crazy zealots trying to resurrect AI? I think this case just got a lot more complicated. There was a written piece of paper used as a bookmark. I put it aside. Let's have a look in the book.
Glauben des Konnektivitäts, Vertrauen des Geistes und so weiter und so fort. Und hier steht Huldra. Okay.
This was used as a bookmark in the book I found in Maya's safe. It reads, Consul PW, think new, Katerina.
The new Katerina. Steht da nicht noch mehr? Ist das alles? Schade. Okay. Wir haben das Buch. Mit einem Passwort. Und würde da jetzt erstmal eine Runde nochmal rumfragen, was die denn so darüber vielleicht wissen. Patterson weiß ja mal viel.
Are you familiar with the Conduit?
That old terrorist organization. What of it?
Well, have you ever heard about it still being around?
I'm sure the ideology still thrives in places. The lure of artificial intelligence will never be fully diminished.
Right, but you're not aware of anyone being more than a little interested.
If you're asking me, would I report a terrorist if I knew one, the answer is yes. But currently, I don't.
Okay, thanks. Are you familiar with the Conduit?
That old terrorist organization.
Well, have you ever heard about...
I'm sure the ideology...
Right, but you're not aware of anyone being more than a little interested.
If you're asking, but currently...
Okay.
Okay.
What do you make of this?
New Katerina implies there's an old Katerina. Perhaps this person assumed a different identity at some point.
Yeah, maybe.
Würde natürlich bedeuten, dass
That's enough
wir
questions for now.
eine andere Katharina vielleicht noch suchen. Das heißt, diese müssten wir natürlich dann auch erstmal über die Polizeiakte wieder herausfinden. Was wir, glaube ich, mal machen werden. Wir versuchen mal unser Glück. Sprechen natürlich erstmal mit Gabriel. Dann Gabriel.
Hello again, Gabriel.
Weiß natürlich.
Hey there. Can I be of assistance?
Am meisten.
What do you know about the Conduit?
It's some fringe religious group, isn't it?
Yeah, terrorist classified.
Right. Are they tied to the case?
Sort of, but I'm still trying to figure out the details.
Understood. I'll let you know if I come across anything related to them.
What do you know about the
It's some...
Yeah.
Right.
Sort of, but I'm still trying to figure...
Understood.
Okay, versucht's auch.
What do you make of this?
Some kind of reminder for a password?
Yeah, that's my theory too. All right, I'm off.
Good luck out there.
Ich glaube, ich hab's vielleicht. Ich glaub's nur.
I had a few questions, Commissary.
By all means.
Are you familiar with the Conduit?
I believe so, yes. It's some old terrorist network connected to illegal technology, right?
Yes, exactly.
Wait. Don't tell me these murders are terrorist-related.
I can't say for sure, but if there's anything you can tell me, anything you've heard or seen.
I'll let you know.
What do you make of this?
No idea. Something to do with a password?
Looks that way, yeah. That's all I needed.
Very well.
So, vielleicht finden wir ja irgendwas mit,
I don't need to look that up.
war klar.
No need to do that again.
Auch nicht, war wie mir auch schon fast klar. Wir kennen ja da so komische Schrauberlinge, ne? Mit diesen Schrauberlingen würde ich gerne nochmal drüber sprechen, über Connectivity und auch das Passwort. Denn ich habe so das Gefühl,
He's busy.
dass immer noch er daran am Arbeiten ist. Das war mir schon fast klar.
Hi again.
Hey there. What can I do you for?
Do you know anything about this book?
Wow. A conduit book. That's crazy illegal, right?
Yep. Terrorist propaganda. Ever seen anything like it?
Never. I love my robots. Don't get me wrong, but those people are quite unhinged. Wouldn't go near them.
Maybe you already have. The Nordson cell has been hiding in plain sight.
Creepy. You better go catch them fast, then.
What do you think of the conduit?
Lunatics. Plain and simple.
I'm surprised to hear you say that, given what you do for a living.
Sure, I may seem like the kind of guy who would meddle with AI, but you have to remember that these are just puppets and dolls.
It's true. I'm not really a robot. We just pretend I am.
That's right, my lad. My family was almost wiped out in the collapse. I wouldn't betray their memory by supporting those nutjobs.
What do you make of this?
No idea. But isn't that Maya Strand's handwriting?
It is, yeah.
Oh, that lady sure liked puzzles. If I were you, I'd look for some hidden meaning in it.
I'm off. See you later.
Strange.
Take care.
Katharina?
Bye-bye, police lady.
Katharina? Das hat doch damit irgendwas zu tun. Das hat damit was zu tun. Jetzt gehen wir dahin. So.
It's already unlocked.
Ach so, ist bereits offen. Ja, okay.
This was used as a bookmark in the book I found in Maya's safe. It reads, Consul PW, think new, Katerina. Some kind of live output of technical information. I can't make sense of it.
So. Das heißt, wir brauchen ein Passwort.
Katerina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
Okay. Ich habe das jetzt gerade mal rausgefunden, weil wir jetzt auch ein bisschen weiterkommen möchten. Melinda. Jetzt pressen wir nehmen wir mal Hilfe ein. Beispielsweise Kammer. Status. Nährstoffgehalt 8 Monate. Niedrig. Okay. Dann wissen wir natürlich, was das so alles ist. Und ups.
Some kind of large tank. Looks like it opens. I wonder what's inside.
Das heißt, wir müssen das ja eigentlich auch öffnen, ne? Ja, wir müssen es öffnen. Das machen wir auch. Achso, ich hab's vergessen, wie es war. Achso, Kamera öffnen. Jetzt machen wir nochmal Kamera-Status. Okay, nix anderes. Okay.
My God.
Oh Gott.
A live baby in a womb tank. What on earth are these people doing?
Oh Gott.
I'm not sure how I feel about this.
Ich auch nicht.
What the?
It's not too late. There'd be sacrifices, but it'd be worth it.
That was unsettling. They did warn me about the side effects. I hope that was just a brief glitch in my blue. I need to go and report these findings to Stina. But I should probably make sure the tank is stable first. I don't like that blinking red light over there.
Ja, genau, das rote Licht gefällt mir auch nicht. Aber... kann ich mir doch egal sein.
I should stabilize the womb tank before I leave.
Okay, stabilisieren. Soll ich denn das stabilisieren? Kann ich da was? Aber...
Some kind of live output of technical information.
Ich wüsste daraus nicht, alles klar. Ah!
Ugh, it's stuck.
Ja. Gewalt?
All right, it's loose now. It won't turn any further.
Oh.
It won't turn any further. The womb tank is closed.
Aber... Moment. Puls anormal, Sauerstoffgehalt mit Wartungsventil angepasst. Oh. Achso, ist das jetzt was anderes? Okay.
It won't turn any further.
Was sagt denn die Konsole jetzt? Ach so, warte.
A live baby in a womb tank. What on earth are these people doing?
Ah, warte. Minimal.
It won't. The heart rate looks good now. I'll keep the valve in this position.
Okay.
All right. Seems stable. I should get going.
Vorher nochmal Kammer schließen. Gut. Und damit gehen wir jetzt zu ihr auf den Balkon.
Agent England, reporting in.
Oh, there you are. How was your first day?
Well, it turns out that the second victim, Carl, was up to something. And whatever they were doing, I'm sure it's somehow connected to the killings.
Well, you got yourself one juicy case here. Those two lovebirds of yours just turned a double homicide into an anti-terrorism effort.
Shit, you're right. Do we need to call for backup?
Nah, you can always call in the local cops if anything big goes down.
I suppose. So how active is the conduit these days anyway? From what I was taught at the academy, they're practically a non-threat now.
Sure, we caught some of their head honchos, blew up a few strongholds, but it's hard to wipe out an ideology. All it takes is for a single book to remain in circulation, an idea to spring to life, and we're all back to square one.
Ja.
While that may be, censorship isn't the answer. Dialogue and compromise is the key to true progress.
We've got an idealist in the ranks. Trust me, zealots like them can't be reasoned with.
I hope I'm not prying, but have you dealt with them personally?
Yes, I have, and we'll leave it at that.
Sure. I found a functional womb tank in the apartment at Mimir Road. It had a living unborn child inside.
Oh. Artificial wombs are highly illegal. I'll have to notify our superiors.
There's more, Councilwoman. The tank fluid had traces of blue.
Really? Now, how the hell did they get that? Any concentrated vials?
Not that I could see.
Be on the lookout. They might have a stash somewhere.
I will. I wonder how the child fits into their agenda.
Good question, ain't it? Want to hazard a guess?
It's gotta be some kind of experiment, right?
Bingo. These people are fanatics. That's what they do.
So, what will happen to the child then?
That's not for you to worry about. I'll get word to the city, and they'll send someone within a week or so. Meanwhile, I'll have the apartment put under surveillance. I'll get someone discreet, in case the Lady of the Hour returns.
Understood.
So, what are your thoughts on the killer?
Ja, der Mörder, unsere Streitigkeiten in einem Blutbad ärgern, gönnen gegen das Konnektivitätssein. Selbst ist nach Beziehungsdrama.
One possibility is that this is simpler than we think. Just some kind of relationship drama.
Could be. Either way, finding this gal who was hot and heavy with Carl should be your next task.
Agreed. I'll do my best to track her down tomorrow.
Good. Dismissed, Agent.
Genau. Damit haben wir das auch für heute fertig.
Hey, pretty girl. Time to wake up.
Huh? Who's that?
It's me, silly. Who else? Were you expecting other men in your bedroom?
Oh, Alex. I had the strangest dream. I was on a murder case far away. In Nordsund, of all places.
Ooh, exciting. Was I there too?
No. You were gone. I didn't care much for that part.
Well, I'm here now. I thought I'd check on how you're doing.
Oh, you know me. Always trying to figure myself out.
Huh. Ain't that the truth? Sorry for waking you. I just needed to hear your voice.
That's all right. I'm gonna go back to sleep now. Good night, Alex.
Good night, Vera.
And I thought dreaming of Alex was a thing of the past. Might as well get rid of some of that clutter from yesterday. No point in carrying all that junk around.
Genau, bringen diesen ganzen Müll raus, wegzubringen. Und damit haben wir eigentlich auch den ersten Tag
Looks purely decorative.
Abgeschlossen. Und wir würden sagen, wir schließen auch mit dem ersten Tag, auch mit diesem heutigen Let's Play auf. Das war so mal ein kurzer Einblick schon mal in das Spiel The Whisper of a Machine. Und wir werden, denke ich mal, auch etwas weitermachen im Spiel. Wir werden vielleicht versuchen, das ganze Ding durchzuspielen. Denn möglich ist es ja auf jeden Fall. Und bis zum nächsten Let's Play zu diesem Spiel sehen wir uns dann auf jeden Fall bald wieder. Wann das sein wird, schaut am besten mal oder haltet am besten mal unsere Live-Kanäle im Auge oder natürlich jederzeit auch unsere YouTube- und Twitch-Kanäle oder YouTube- und Twitch-Kanal, denn da werden wir dann das Ganze auf jeden Fall streamen oder natürlich als VOD live on tape auch gerne präsentieren. Das war's dann mit der heutigen Ausgabe von dem heutigen ePlay Live. Wenn ihr mögt, sehen wir uns dann am Ostersonntag schon wieder. Am Ostersonntag spielen wir ein auch cooles Spiel, nämlich Dollhouse. Und das ist aktuell in der Open Beta. Und da werden wir auch mal einen kleinen Blick rein. Und wenn wir dann noch ein bisschen Zeit haben, machen wir vielleicht hier mit diesem Spiel auch noch weiter. Also, in dem Sinne sage ich jetzt erstmal Tschüss und auf Wiedersehen. Und wenn ihr mögt, sehen wir uns dann zum nächsten Let's Play wieder, wenn es wieder heißt The Whisper of a Machine. Hier bei uns bei ePlay Live und bei ePlay TV. In diesem Sinne mich raus, sag Tschüss und bis dann und ciao.